Shout out to everybody. We are back. You know what I mean? This is going to be day 3 of the young Dolph, that, you know, the suspect trial. You know, we're going to end up watching this. But shout out to everybody. Just a quick recap. The defense has been getting cooked. You know what I mean? This has been going on for about 3 days now. The defense doesn't seem to have a case. I'm wondering, you know, in all actuality, so the Cornell guy, you know what I'm saying? I think that's his name, like Mr. Smith, the guy that was in the car with the suspect, Justin Johnson, the person that's on trial. I'm wondering, me personally, like, who is paying? I think his name is Cornelius Smith, if I'm not mistaken. Who is paying for his lawyer? I'm wondering, you know, and remember that they were supposed to get $40,000 a piece for the hit from Big Juke, right? So $40,000 a piece, and they both were supposed to pay $10,000 a piece, both of them collectively, to the guy that kind of orchestrated everything. So, and that's like the Govan dude that they were supposed to end up paying. So I don't know, like the guy, Mr. Smith, basically said that he didn't get all of his money. He got like upwards of $800, but that was pretty much it. You know, he didn't really get too much of payment. We ended up learning that the white Mercedes that was used for the hit, actually, the crazy part about it was young Dolph's extended family members, like, you know what I mean? Like Mercedes, I think it was like young Dolph's cousin is who they got the Mercedes from. Now, supposedly the cousin didn't really know what was going on, but this is what, like, when I told y'all before, when something ends up happening to you, right, somebody takes your life or something like that, it's more than likely somebody that you know close by is involved in some capacity. I said that. You know, and it's kind of interesting that as this case is unfolding, we starting to see a lot. Somebody said, I thought Gotti paid for the defense. I said early on, you know, kind of in this blog, before we get started with the whole trial and everything, you know, I don't know who paid for it. Now, if Gotti ended up, or his, I shouldn't say Gotti, but the record label ended up paying for the defense, that is going to be a major issue. What y'all think about that's going to be amazing, because they was trying to make sure that they would have like the best representation. This was low-key what they were saying, right? But this is going to be crazy, man, because they're going to be liable for a lot, you know. So I don't know. Let's get to watching this. Shout out to everybody. Also, let me know if the audio is good or if it's clipping or what's going on. Shout out to y'all.
I would ask probably just for, like, excuse them for a few minutes, but it won't be a long break. I mean, 10, 15 minutes.
That's fine. And that witness, your witness, is in court.
He is.
And that's okay with the state?
Absolutely, absolutely. He's an expert witness who's here.
Hey, yo, Dre, if you gonna say something disrespectful, send a super chat, bro. No, I did not. Like, I told y'all weeks prior that I was gonna have 11 days off of work. You know, I told y'all that around this time every year I take time off of work. It's what happens. You know what I mean? And I was supposed to be on a cruise, and I said in the previous videos that I ended up missing my cruise when I was in New Orleans. But I ended up staying in New Orleans for a few days anyway and came back. No, I did not lose my job. And the type of work I do is kind of hard to fire me. You know what I'm saying? So, no, that didn't happen. I told y'all weeks ahead of time I was going to take time off, you know, go on vacation, and then I was going to, you know, start working on doing YouTube more, you know, so that's what it is.
He's here to listen to the expert witness from the state, and we don't have a problem with that.
All right. If there are no other matters to take up, we can bring in the group.
He said, no disrespect, guy, just wanted, bro, what you mean ain't no, bro, you try to disrespect, no, like, I have like a real, like, career I went to school for and everything, bro.
Well, do we have the people from outside the audience in? Do we have the
Yeah, he said the 4.5 hour live was crazy, bro. You know how many subscribers we got? Like, in the past 2 days, we got 535 subscribers. In the past 2 days. Like, so, I mean, you call it what you, I mean, I'm making money doing this. You know, but the past 2 days, you know, a lot of people, like new people, have been coming on board to the channel, which is, I'm very appreciative. You know what I mean? And people are kind of interested in what's going on with this Dolph case, and they're interested in different things. My perspective of what's going on with Diddy, like I know, like a lot of people that are, you know, quote unquote, like what people would call like important and entertaining. They always ask me, like, bro, like you got the platform, start talking about something else. And I'm tired of sitting around waiting like days for something to happen in battle rap. I'm not gonna do that, bro. Like I'm gonna be on here talking about what's happening with the case.
Audience in from outside.
Like if I feel like this. If battle rap is going down, because it's still like running, you know what I'm saying? But it's like a microcosm of what goes on in rap and hip hop, bro. And you gotta understand this. Like, look at the views, right? Before, like, this is for people that, oh, why are you talking about the case? All right, so you want me to do 5 to 10,000 views talking about battle rap, which I don't really do 5,000 views often. It's very rare. Normally, it's like over 10,000, right? So if I do 10,000 views talking about battle rap, have you seen like, go to my last few lives, 50-something thousand views. 30-something thousand views, 50-something thousand views. Why would I go back and talk about some 10,000 views? Like I just talked about battle rap just because I wanted to talk about a subject that happened. You know what I mean? And the blog, you know, the day, it's not a 24-hour, you know, it hasn't sat for 24 hours, but it's like at 6,400 views. This is a big difference, right? So if I do a battle rap blog, I'm getting maybe like 10 subscribers a blog, maybe. I got 535 subscribers in the past 2 days. Ask yourself. He said he almost said 60,000. So ask yourself, should I have 10 subscribers? You know what I'm saying? Like, you crazy, bro. Like, no. Like, people want to know what's going on, just like me. Just like me with this case. And, you know, I'm in Tennessee. So, like, I'm very curious about, like, people around, like, me talk about stuff like this all the time. So I want to be keeping up with the case and seeing what's going on. Somebody said, hey, yo, subscriber, DJ Holmes 32, he said, salute to Piper Boy Williams. Listen to me. He not seeking with the culture. No, I'm not. And that's what I think people get messed up. You know what I mean? We're going to get to all of this. I'm not, bro, if the battle culture, I don't think it's sinking, right? To the point where you're not going to get battles. I don't think it's where it was. What you think I'm about to do? Sit here and just, no, like it's not, I'm not dissing you, but I'm just saying, like, people in general, no. Because I had some people, like, they got on here and they were just like, oh, why are you talking about this? Why are you not talking about battle rap? Because there ain't nothing going on. And battle rap, it's like a few things going on. Like, we already know the announcements. Like, I'm talked about the announcements. That's it. I'm not about to keep, like, making stuff up to talk about. You know what I mean? And they don't even want, you got to understand this, bro. They don't even want the bloggers or the media. We're going to get to this in a minute. They don't want the bloggers and the media to even show battles on our channels, right? So if that's the case, why am I going to keep sitting around for years? Bro, I've been doing battle rap for wild years. Why am I going to sit around for years and continue to just do only battle rap? I'm not doing that, bro. Like, if something like this comes up or something I'm interested in, or with the whole Diddy situation, I talked about that. I'm talking about that. And if you pay attention, Candace Owens, I was talking about that. If you pay attention to the channel, it ain't only battle rap over here. I'm not, like, pigeonholing myself to just one thing. That's not going to happen no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not. So I really am trying to figure out Justin Johnson's thought process, right? So the past few days of the trial, this guy has been, like, his defense attorney has been getting pummeled, right? Everything that he brought up, the defense attorney brought up in the opening arguments, oh, well, you know, if you guys are, you know, if you claim that my client did this, right? Because the prosecutor was saying, yo, this is not 1981. This is not 1991. There's cameras everywhere. And we got video footage of you at multiple different locations, which the prosecutor ended up showing has this guy dead to rights, right? But the defense attorney is saying, oh, okay, well, if this is not 1981, right? Then why didn't you guys get DNA? Why didn't you like get DNA from the vehicle that my client was supposed to be in? Why didn't you have touch DNA in the vehicle that my client was supposed to be in? If you've got so much evidence and if you're so sure that this is my client, that prosecutor proved within the last few days, I'm sorry, not a few days, but the last couple days before today, he proved he don't really even need the DNA evidence. They got this guy on so many cameras. It's ridiculous. They got these guys filling up the vehicle that was used for the hit. They got this guy at multiple different locations wearing the same outfit as the hit with the Bass Pro Shop hat and all. This guy is going down, and he's going down fast. I don't think this is going to be a long trial. You see what I'm saying? What he did, what he's being accused of. Mr. Smith that was in the car with him, that did the hit with young Dolph with him, explaining everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be like a long drawn out trial. The prosecutor was saying that, he thinks it's going to last. What this is? Is a fly or something? He said he thinks the trial is going to end up lasting like a week. I don't think it's going to last that long. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Like, until the defense decides to throw in the towel, this guy is going to call in the prosecutor, witness on top of witness on top of witness. So the defense hasn't said anything, like, other than like the opening argument, which was a compelling argument because he did sprinkle a little bit of reasonable doubt, right? He did. I'll give him that. He sprinkled a little bit of reasonable doubt. Other than that, like, he hasn't really objected to anything. We sat up there and watched Mr. Smith, right? The other person accused of doing this, right? We watched him use all kind of hearsay when talking about the defense attorney's client, Justin Johnson, and there was no objections other than one. One objection is all I heard when that dude was on the stand talking. You see what I'm saying? That is a problem. And if Justin doesn't see that, he either needs to get another attorney or figure out a way out of this situation in terms of a deal, or seeing if they can come to some sort of resolution to stop this, he is probably going to get the maximum of what they can give him. He's taking this whole court through this. Like, why? Like, I have no idea why this guy's doing it. Makes no sense. He's claiming he's not guilty when he's obviously guilty. I think he's hoping for his attorney to have a miracle, or thinking if they can draw this case out as long as they can, maybe things will change. Nothing is changing. Nothing is going in this guy's favor at all. He looks kind of crazy. Like, if you think about it, he's not reading the room and seeing what's going on. Everybody can see all of this evidence but this guy, Justin Johnson. And this is what happens. People commit these silly crimes, right? And they end up wasting tons of taxpayer money on a regular basis. It's an unfortunate byproduct of people wanting to be down and doing all this craziness that they're doing. Big Juke played both of them. He played him and he played Mr. Smith, right? Because Mr. Smith was up on that stand talking about, after the hit, we hit up Big Juke to let him know the work that you see and everybody's talking about, which is young Dolph being hit at the, you see what I'm saying? Like the cookie shop, that's our work. They FaceTimed him. Big Juke was with somebody, I think he was with his daughter, right? He was visiting with his daughters. And so they said they had the sign language, the person that they, put the work in on, so people didn't know what was going on, right? What did Big Juke say? Okay, all right, well, I'll get back at you. I'm going to holler at you later. Mr. Smith's still trying to get his money, right? Everybody's playing him out. He's even like talking to Govan, like, like, what is going on with the money? Like, I need to get paid. Because at that time, Mr. Smith had a pill habit. And Mr. Smith had did this on his daughter's birthday. The hit on young Dolph with no money. He's texting, like, you know what I'm saying, juking them, trying to figure out, like, what's going on. Still no money. Until later. Nothing happened until later, right? Later on, they send him, like, $500. right? After they send him the $500, I think, didn't he say he used a lady that he calls his, like his grandmother figure across the street or something like that to accept the envelope for the $500 or whatever? He gets the $500 and then he gets hit up later on saying like, oh, we got to do a meet, right? He gets his girl's riding with him. They got masks on and everything. And he sends his girl to the meeting spot to get the envelope that's got the rest of the money. Right? So he sends her into the line of fire. Now, I said before, she needs to be in jail. They send him, after the hit, they bring med kits. You mean to tell me they don't know what's going on and they bring in med kits? Like, are we not picking up on this? Justin Johnson is in a Charger, like trying to change clothes and picking up a med kit. You know what I'm saying? Like a med kit, whatever he said. That's interesting. Why are any of these other people like being on trial or being like accomplices? They need to be accomplices to that. But Mr. Smith went ahead and had his girl pick up the money. You mean tell me she ain't know what was going on, so she go get the envelope with the money at the meetup spot, which she could have got. Because if this would have been an Italian job, if they would have did something like this, these young goofballs, the Italians would have had them meet up at the meetup spot. They would have been whacked. And then no roads would really lead to them at that point. But because this was such a sloppy job, they got these guys that are liable to talk, still reaching out to them, trying to contact them when the block is hot. You see what I'm saying? But Mr. Smith sends his girl, she gets the money at the meetup spot with her ski mask on at the meetup spot, and it turns out it's $300. So Mr. Smith gets a total of $800 off of a hit of a well-known celebrity throughout the area. How does that sound? Sounds pretty silly if you ask me. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. But that's where we are right now. The whole time, Justin Johnson's accomplice is sitting there telling on him, and he writing in the notebook. Like that's about to help him. I don't know about y'all, but it seems like this is a landslide case. And I feel, me personally, that the defense attorney doesn't have anything to say. But we'll see today whether or not there's going to be a change or a turn of events. You know what I mean? But right now, if I'm the jury and I'm sitting there, it looks like this guy is guilty. Them videos was very damaging. Them playing him walking around and, you know what I'm saying, at the apartment, they playing him walking around and like, you see what I'm saying? Everywhere with his daughter, walking around with, like wearing the same, wasn't it the same clothes he did the hit in? Insane. You driving around in a vehicle that you using. Young Dolph's cousin's vehicle. Picture that. He can never go to Thanksgiving again. Can you imagine that? Young Dolph's cousin at a Thanksgiving dinner with the family. And they're gonna ask him a lot of questions. You gave somebody the vehicle that took Dolph out. Why did you do that? Insane. And somebody in the comment section, DJ Holmes 32, he said it's a difference between hearsay and evidence. Looks like that prosecutor had a lot of evidence. You see what I'm saying? A lot of evidence on this guy. Just fast forward it a little bit.
Call your next witness.
Lieutenant Lockheed.
Ma'am.
So they about to call the next witness, Lieutenant Black. Let me fast forward a little bit.
Jury's now entered to the courtroom, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Nah, you said word him for 2 days straight. What you talking about? This? That's crazy, man. Nah, I think he wore like different shirts. I think he might have worn this shirt on the first day.
Good morning. Good morning. I trust everybody had a good night.
I'm like really trying to figure out, why does this guy not have handcuffs on him? This is not like a nice case. You see what I'm saying? Like, this guy is accused of committing an unspeakable act, right? Why is he like, come on now, around all these bailiffs with the heat on him? Like, come on, man.
Good. We're going to get started this morning. We got a little work to do. Mr. Hagerman, call your next witness.
Lieutenant Lockheed.
Stand right here, sir. Raise your right hand facing you.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Excellent. Let me check, please.
Could you tell us your first and last name, please?
My first name is Mahaj. My last name is Abdullah.
And could you spell the first and last, please?
Yes, sir. My first name is spelled M-A' capital H-A-J-J. My last name is spelled capital A-B-D-U-L hyphen capital B-A-A capital Q-E-E.
Let me first apologize for you having to be here, because I'm going to take responsibility for it. Okay? You are an extra witness to clear up a mistake from yesterday. Okay?
Yes, sir.
How are you employed?
I'm employed with the Memphis Police Department.
And how long have you been with Memphis Police Department?
26 years.
2021, where were you assigned?
I was assigned to the homicide unit.
Did you have occasion to work on the case having to do with the murder of Adolph Thornton Jr., the rapper known as Dolph?
Yes, sir.
In particular, on November the 24th and then on November the 26th of 2021, did you have occasion to go to the Crosstown building?
Yes, sir.
For what purpose?
We were attempting to see if there was video footage in connection with this investigation.
Did you speak with security there?
Yes.
Were you allowed to view video there?
Yes,
Nah, you right. Hey, Lev, he does look like Darnell Rollins a little bit.
sir.
Did you retrieve video from there?
Yes, sir, we did.
And was it accurate surveillance footage from the building
Yes, sir.
from November the 16th and November the 17th
Yes, sir.
of 2021?
Yes, sir.
And was it one camera angle or many camera angles?
Many camera angles.
In fact, November the 26th, I'm looking at your supplement, you actually created a timeline of the various events that you witnessed on the surveillance tape, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
With the hour and the minute, and then what you observed.
Yes, sir.
For instance, at 2:41, the surveillance video shows a male wearing a black cap with the Bass Pro logo. You made that sort of timeline, is that right?
Yes, sir.
That accounted for, or did it account for the comings and goings of a suspect that I sort of just described with the Bass Pro hat?
Yes, sir.
Those videos that you viewed and that you obtained, did they have timestamps on them?
Yes, sir.
So when you watched the videos, you could see what time it was and you could see the time going as you watched it?
Yes, sir.
Those accurate timestamps?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did I explain to you
Judge, I
earlier?
don't object to the answer about accuracy. Let's see.
Yeah, how is he gonna know whether or not the timestamps is accurate? I agree with that objection. Let's see what the judge says about that, bro. You don't know if the timestamps is accurate. Like, what did you calibrate the system? I'm not on the defendant's side. I'm just like trying to, like, would you calibrate the system? Like, he don't know whether or not the timestamps is accurate if it's like off by 1 minute or 2 minutes or 3, like how would he, man, this dude, bro. Rollins is tripping, bro.
Lay a foundation as to how you know that.
Sustain.
Did you review the footage with the security officers?
Yes, sir.
And when you reviewed that security footage, were you invited back to see, where they had this footage and where they kept it and everything?
Yes, sir.
And did you observe the time on the video that you were, when you were back there, to be the true time of the security cameras?
Yes, sir.
Did I explain to you before you got on the stand how those videos were played to the jury?
Yes, sir.
Did I explain to you that each sort of event, let's say it's the man in the Bass Pro hat leaving the building at 2:40 a.m., okay, was shown as a reel, which would mean the individual, for instance, would walk to the elevator and be on the elevator camera. And then when he got in the elevator, it would switch to the inside the elevator camera.
Yes, sir.
And when he got to the lobby, it would switch to the lobby camera. And when he got to the parking area, it would switch to the parking camera.
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you obtained the videos, though, you got videos of each separate camera. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did I explain to you that when you make a reel of the cameras, that the timestamps disappear and aren't part of the reel?
Yes, sir.
And did I tell you that to make up for that, a black screen was inserted in front of each of the events on the reel that had a date and time of what we were looking at?
Yes, sir.
Did I tell you that of the various events, that black screen was correct for all but one?
Yes, sir.
And I tell you there was a mistake with regard to one of those reels.
Yes, sir.
And I want to take responsibility, for that. I want to show you and ask you if you recognize these to be the original videos, not made into a reel, that you obtained from Crosstown with regard to the suspect leaving directly before Dolph's homicide. Okay.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see. Can you see through the plastic to the green writing up top?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is that green writing up top?
The green writing up top says 8th floor W8 elevator, and it gives the, I'm looking at a date of 11/17/21 with a time of 10:49 and 28 seconds right now, a.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay. If you could stop it just for 1 second. That's 10:49 a.m. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Did I tell you that the black screen that we had seen previously?
Man, if you got your kid with you, man, this is insane, man. Like, he wasn't even thinking about his kid, bro. This is insane, man. It's ridiculous. This is ridiculous, bro.
Said 11:49 or 11:41 was off an hour.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did I tell you that was a mistake?
Yes, sir.
And we'll take ownership of that mistake. Is this the true timestamp?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Judge, may we approach briefly?
Stop it.
What y'all think about that, though? Like, this dude is like with his kid, bro. Like, man. This is crazy.
So we're watching the entire video, not spliced into a reel. So we'll go on for another 20 seconds. And the timestamp now is 10:51:14 a.m.
Yes, sir.
We'll get to the next camera. You see the timestamp on this one?
Yes, sir.
10:50 a.m.
Yes, sir.
You know what's interesting about this whole situation, right? Why are they not saying who Cornelius Smith attorney is. Like, why are they not saying that? Like, I mean, obviously he not there now. I mean, he testified, you know, like a couple days ago. But it's like, why aren't they even mentioning? Like, they made no mention. I don't see like any news reports or anything like mentioning like who his attorney was. That would be able to, because I want to know whether or not that record company has something to do with getting one of these dudes an attorney. That's what I want to know. Hey, yo, what's up, OG Old Goat?
There's been a one shown yesterday with the wrong time. That's on this.
State's Exhibit 5 that we're keeping open for digital evidence.
Yes, sir. I'm a little confused as to how you're going to keep them separate. Tell me how you're going to keep them separate.
We have-
How they're going to be marked, I guess.
They're going to be labeled.
Okay.
And they're going to be labeled. So, for instance, on these, they're labeled timestamp included correct time. But if we need to also assign them A, B, C, D, and things like that.
And does that not need to coincide with the incorrect one, or no? I'm just asking. Does that make sense?
When you say coincide, what do you mean? Because we can make
So there's been a one shown
With the wrong
yesterday
time.
with the wrong time. That's on this same.
Yes.
Right? So how are we going to know what this video coincides with the ones that were shown last week?
They have the time, they have the date and the time, and we know what happened is the real time is 10:50-ish.
Check the approach.
Yes.
How do you know the real time? Like, yo, they doing a lot of weird stuff like cutting the mics and doing all that. Who is this lady? Is that like another defense? This has got to be another lady on the defense. All right, let's fast forward. Oh, they got him his notepad back. Bro, I'm like, get out of here with your notepad, bro.
Approximately correct me if I'm wrong, we've watched sort of one event that you viewed on the Crowd Crosstown video, is that correct?
Yes,
And we've watched the original video with the timestamp.
yes,
And the times that we saw were 10:49 to 10:56 a.m.
yes, sir.
Approximately an hour and a half before the shooting.
Yes, sir.
You also watched other video, correct?
Yes, sir.
An earlier video from around 2:40 that morning when the suspect left the Crosstown complex, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you also watched a video from around 4:48. with
Yo, it's
the
like it's
Mercedes
flies, like
arriving
killing me,
at
bro.
the Crosstown complex, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then you also watched a video from later that evening around 7:52 p.m. Of the suspect returning to Crosstown, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And then a video around 8:17 p.m. of the suspect with luggage leaving the Crosstown concourse, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And as you watch these videos, did you also create a timeline of these events?
Yes, sir.
And did you do that back when you originally watched the videos, 11/24 and 11/26 of 2021?
Yes, sir.
Now, I passed you this document and asked you what this is.
Oh, I think we're good.
And you would think, like, this is Memphis, Tennessee, right? Like, they probably have a lot of, I mean, we know they have a lot of crime. They have a lot of this that goes on. Why aren't they, like, back to back to back, like, with all the information? Why is there, like, so much? Bro, this looks like a class trying to figure out what's going on. Like, what are y'all doing? Like, they act like they're acting this out. Like, what are they doing, man? I see somebody in the other chat, they're saying they're making this too technical. I mean, I see what the judge was doing. She kind of leading the prosecutor in a little way. She's saying, like, you know, how are we going to know that both of the times are actually accurate and matching up in conjunction with each other? So she was trying to get the prosecutor to say, you know, why, you know, everything is like aligning time wise, you know what I mean? In terms of, you know, the accuracy of the time. And the guy was like, oh, it's recorded time, you know, how he was talking, because she's got to also, as a judge, when she makes her decision, you know, after the jury makes the decision, right? And she does her sentencing and all that, everything's got to stick. What the prosecutor is doing has to stick, you know? So the judge, whether or not we think that she's impartial or not, she is ultimately going to be in favor of the prosecution. They are working together. You know, I mean, it's just what it is. Like, at least that's what I think. Am I wrong about that? That's what I think. You know, so when this guy goes up for appeal and the appeals courts are looking for any errors, there will be no errors, you know? So she's going to try to lead that prosecutor in the direction as good as she can to try to make sure he's saying everything that needs to be said. You know, so in case there is an appeal, things will be put on the record. All right, he about to come back up. And this guy's he's a little slow moving, the prosecutor, but I mean, he does, he's annoying because he talks so slow, and I gotta like listen to him at 2x, either 2x speed or 1.25 speed, you know what I mean? But like, he does kind of set things up in a decent way, you know what I mean, for the most part. But he is like slow to get to the point. He wastes a lot of time.
Those times I just read to you from that timeline, did you verify that those are the times when this thing happened?
Yes, sir.
With the videos with the timestamps
The video with the timestamp.
before they were ever put into reels or whatever?
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks, sir.
Thank you. Good morning, Lieutenant.
Good morning, sir.
You doing all right today?
Well, and you?
Doing well, doing well. So I've just got a few questions for you. Appreciate you being here.
Yes, sir.
So you were asked some questions about obtaining the crosstown videos, and I think you said that you went on November 24th to try to obtain video from crosstown and the 26th.
Yes, sir.
Did you go twice because you weren't able to get them the first time and had to go back, or were you able to get some the first time and some the second time?
We were not able to get anything initially because...
Hey, Chrissy, you gotta chill. Hey, she said, I've never seen a witness stand so open. You know, this is like the most ghetto witness stand like I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, this is one of the most, they look like they didn't put this, bro. This is a budget court, bro. They doing the best that they can. Chrissy is wild.
They had to have a technician to actually retrieve the video. What we did, we went in and reviewed. When I say we, I'm talking about my partner, Sergeant West, and I. We went in and we reviewed within a certain time frame, which was from, I think we reviewed from 2:30 to about 11 o'clock was our time frame of review. And we went and reviewed those time frames and had bookmarks done.
Okay.
Once the bookmarks was done of videos from each section or part of camera view at Crosstown Concourse, then their technician came in later and downloaded those bookmarks for us.
Fair to say that the system that you're watching these videos is a computer system?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Not like old school VCRs, tapes running, you know, a wall or anything, right?
No, sir.
Okay. And I'm sure in your long career in law enforcement, you've collected a lot of surveillance video.
Yes, sir.
From different locations. And you would agree with me that it's not uncommon for surveillance video timestamps to be inaccurate.
That's true.
Right? And I think you said the way that you went about trying to confirm accuracy was by looking at the time when you were there and looking at the video and saying it was the same, like those times matched. If you're there on the 24th at 2 p.m., you looked up at the system and it said on the video it was the 24th at 2 p.m.
Can we compare the live view?
The live.
Yes, sir.
But you would agree with me, you weren't watching the live view on November 17th or November 16th when these Accomplice videos were actually being recorded, correct?
No, we were not.
You're going back and reviewing an archived video format of those, correct?
Yes or no?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's okay. You don't have to apologize. Just say yes or no.
Yes.
Thank you.
And truth be told, you can't.
Why does she gotta direct like a cop on like how to answer? Like, this is crazy.
Whether it was the live view was accurate, right? You can't say whether it was accurate on the 17th, right? Because all you did was look on the 24th and go, my watch says it's 2 p.m. on the 24th. I'm making up that time just as an example. And the live view shows it as 2 p.m. on the 24th. Therefore, this must be accurate. That's right.
Yes, we use a live view to check and see if the cameras were accurate during that time before we did the bookmarks.
But that test alone doesn't tell you whether or not it's accurate on November 17th and November 16th. You would have to agree with me, right?
Yes.
So you can't say that these timestamps are accurate as to what occurred on November 16th or 17th, right? Because you don't know if the system was rebooted, malfunctioned, something happened. You can't speak to any of that.
I cannot tell you if anything happened to that.
Oh, bruh. All right, so we was down on the defense. Like, yo, like they not saying nothing, they not doing nothing, like they just letting the prosecutor run away with the case. That was a very good way of putting some doubt out, because this guy right now is caught on all of these different surveillance cameras, right? So as far as the video with him and his daughter at the elevator, like videos like that, when they say like you don't know whether or not this is like, you know, the camera was rebooted or what, that can kind of lead it to be a different time, potentially putting doubt out, right? So he could have had that outfit on at a different time, right? Not necessarily the time that they are specifying, the prosecution, you know? So I don't know. I like what the defense is trying. I don't think it's enough. If I'm sitting on the jury, it's not enough right now, but it's a good tactic to try to like sprinkle some doubt, sprinkle some doubt.
That system, I can only tell you that when we did our initial view, as far as live view is concerned, we compared.
Yeah, stop playing. Get the likes up, bro. What is y'all doing, man? Y'all don't like my hat, my wave cap or something? Hit the likes, bro. I appreciate if y'all do that. Subscribe to the channel, hit the likes. Shout out to y'all.
It's practice to do each and every time we download video to make sure that there is no differentiation between hour, minutes. Sometimes, because sometimes it can be a 30-minute time loop or an hour time loop. So that's why we do the live view best practice before we begin that review.
Right, and that's something.
Okay, so this is an error with the defense, right? He's letting this cop talk too much. He's supposed to leave it to yes or no questions, right? To lead the cop in the direction to say, oh, well, can you be sure that the time was the exact time when all of this went down? No, I can't be sure. Don't let the cop talk too much, because then he can, like, the little bit of sprinkles of doubt that you just like put into the jury's minds, the cop, the longer you allow him to talk, he's kind of like weaving himself out of that. You see what I'm saying? So the defense is making a rookie mistake right now by letting this cop talk. He should be like, well, I'm not asking you anything else, right? I've already asked you a question. I'm going to ask you another question and you can talk then. Like, make the cop mad, do something. Don't allow this cop to keep talking.
Because especially on a system like this, that's something that, you know, computer technician would have to tell you, right? Someone familiar with the system that audits the system or works on the system, or at least is qualified and knows the system.
To let us know if there was a time loop or there was an inaccuracy. Yes.
All right, and you didn't have that. You didn't have that information.
Well, we had the computer technician with us at the time because he was the one that had to download all the footage that we had bookmarked. So yes, there was someone there to let us know that yeah, this is the time.
Right, but other than saying we booked, because you said you bookmarked it, other than saying we bookmarked these times, did you ever say, was there any issue with the system? Do you know these times to be accurate?
That was never a question answered.
All right, you just based that on the live time.
Yes.
All right.
His ability to tell us that we were.
Stop him from talking. What are you doing? Once you ask him a question, he answers. Stop him from talking. Do your lawyer tactic. This is why when I look at these defense attorneys that are provided by the state, which I don't know if he is provided by the state, I'm just saying, when I look at the ones that are provided by the state, when they don't do those little things that lawyers are supposed to do and make that person on the stand be quiet, that makes me think that they're in cahoots working with the judge and the prosecutor. Am I wrong for thinking that? He's letting this guy talk too much. I'm on the side with the prosecutor at this point in the case. You see what I'm saying? He hasn't done enough, but he's trying to do a little bit. With the little bit he's doing, he's allowing like an open window. That's becoming a problem. And the judge is not going to stop this guy from talking. Why? Because he's a cop. Who does he work for? The justice system. Who does she work for? The justice system. Sometimes they will like intervene, right? If they see it's too obvious. But she just letting this dude talk.
In live time, it was accurate during the time in which we started the preparation of bookmarking.
Perfect.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes, sir.
Oh, one second. Thank you.
Nothing further.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the other dude, the Smith dude, the dude that got a quote unquote alleged deal, right? Which the prosecutor said he wasn't offered a deal. The guy that was on the stand a couple days ago that was telling, on Mr. Justin Johnson. That guy, I'm wondering what his attorney, who is his attorney, who hired his attorney, all of that. You know what I mean? Is what I'm curious about. But the guy here, Justin Johnson, now, it look like he might have a public defender because this guy don't look like he know what he doing. But sometimes, like, a paid lawyer might not know what they doing. Like, if you watch this channel, a lot of these paid lawyers don't be knowing nothing.
Call your next witness.
This will be Michael Gardner.
Hey, yo, Mr. Flowers said Cornelius is in the Bahamas right now. I know, right? He got on stand and he told on everybody. You know what I'm saying? He told on Big Juke. He told on him. He told on Govan. He told on everybody. And now he is in the Bahamas. You know what I mean? But no, I'm wondering what kind of deal he's going to end up getting eventually, for doing all that telling. Hey, y'all, her edges is just done, bro. Like her edges, bro. Like she need to let me stop, bro.
Step up here, sir. Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a seat, like this.
He a big guy. He's probably a cop.
Tell us your name, please,
Michael Gardner.
and spell the first and last.
All right, he talked fast. We might have to slow this down a little bit.
Last name for the record, please.
Michael.
What you mean? Like, hey, Jose Soto. What you mean? He look like he be eating donuts. Like I'm not like, bro. Like I'm a big guy. Like he look. I don't mean no disrespect to the cops out there that be. I mean, y'all be in the cruisers, putting your life on the line. If you want to go get a dozen donuts, go ahead and do it.
Garner.
How are you employed, sir?
I'm a criminal investigator, special agent with the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation.
And how long?
He is a criminal investigator. It's over. It is over, Justin. It is over. Bruh, I cannot do crime, bro. Ain't no way. Like, all these, like, cops and getting on the stand about to talk about me, bro, I would be so done, bro. I would have, first of all, I would have the bubble guts. Number two, I would be, like, bro, I would be in the courtroom like, I didn't do that. Muzzle him. They lied on me. He ate too many donuts.
You've been with TBI
Only 3 months.
because you were with MPD before that, is that correct?
Yes, sir. I retired in June after 20 years.
20 years MPD, and now you're at TBI.
Yes, sir.
At some point during your service at MPD, did you become involved in digital forensics?
Yes, sir. In 2018, I was assigned to the organized crime unit, and some digital evidence came in, and they needed a computer guy to look at it, and that's when I started in digital forensics, which became full-time in July of 2020.
It's about 6 or 7 years ago you got your start in this.
Yes, sir.
And then full-time at MPD, what does a digital forensics person do?
We extracted evidence from mobile devices, GPS monitors, car infotainment centers, and reported those findings out.
Wait, hold up. They can get information from our car infotainment centers? Bro. They gonna know what I listen to. They gonna know where, bro. This is why we gotta go back to the old school cars, bro. They can get too much information on people, bro. They can know what you've been listening to. They probably got like GPS like tracking devices in the infotainment systems that we don't know about. Well, they can find out everywhere we at, bro. Y'all not about to be getting me, bro. I'm about to drive an old Kia.
To the investigators working the cases, sir.
Did you receive and have you received special training to do that sort of job?
Yes, sir. In both digital forensics.
Hey, yo, hey, Trilly said the mics are in the cars recording. Oh, Lord. If they hear all my road rage incidents, like how I be going off, bro. Now that I know this, because you know how you be having, like, you be going off, like, on the, you know what I'm saying? Somebody cut off, like, you, bruh. What I be saying, and then, like, you know how road rage, bro, like, it can, like, go to, like, level 10, and then somebody can end up not being here no more. You know what I mean? But then if they review the tape, they can hear everything beforehand, like, bro.
And cellular technologies. Started with cellular technologies in 2012.
We ain't about to do that. My bad, y'all.
Because it's not relative to the investigation. We can hide out electronic surveillance and communication intercepts, and I got certified on PLX through a company called Penlink, and did a lot of call detail record analysis with PLX. And then working digital forensics, we like to try and marry the cellular technologies from the cell phone carriers with the device itself. But then I started working with applications like CellHawk and, of course, forensic applications like Celebrite and Magnet that would pull the data from the device and look at the CDRs and just put those together for a complete picture of like a digital footprint.
And is there
Oh my God, bro. Hey, yo, we can't commit crimes, bro. There ain't no way. Like, ain't no way. Did you hear all that, like, Inspector Gadget stuff he just said, bro? Did you hear that?
12 and got my first certifications in 2014 with PATC Tech, and then in 2015 I started working with the electronic surveillance and communication intercepts, and I got certified on PLX through a company called Penlink, and did a lot of call detail record analysis with PLX. And then working digital forensics, we like to try and marry the cellular technologies from the cell phone carriers with the device itself. So then I started working with applications like CellHawk and, of course, forensic applications like Celebrite and Magnet that would pull the data from the device and look at the CDRs and just put those together for a complete picture of like a digital footprint.
And is there still training that you do? You keep updated on this?
Yes, sir. This technology changes quite often. Intel the last couple of years with 4G going to 5G, and about every 2 months, I continue in education with sometimes 1 hour blocks, but often 3 hour blocks of instructions on just the evolving technologies. And that's both through PinLink with their systems and vendor neutral through PATC Tech.
I mean, after he just said all this, bro, I'm not buying a new iPhone, bro. I'm not doing that, bro.
I'm going to have you explain what some of this is, but before you testified, you handed me a list, I guess, of your training hours on various digital forensic things. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
How many hours of training have you had?
Almost 1,300 hours.
Almost 1,300 hours.
Yes, sir.
And that is actual training that's not. You also do your job too, right?
Yes, sir. That is outside the scope of my work. Yes, sir.
With regard to what we're going to be talking about here is cell phones, and we've mentioned it already, call detail records.
Yes, sir.
Quickly, I know that you have a presentation that helps explain the technology.
Yes, sir.
If you could just sort of quickly tell me what we mean by call detail records, if you would.
So when you sign up for service through a cell company, you've got an account with that company, and they can monitor the usage of that account, and that reporting out that we receive is the call detail records. And it's just the records of your calls, incoming, outgoing, text messages, your data usage, and they break it down so that you can be billed properly, and they can make a little bit of money, and you get real good service.
Do some of these call detail records have tower information on it?
Yes, sir.
And what do we mean by tower information? What am I trying to say when I say tower information?
So the cell tower is what we're talking about here. Your cell phone uses radio waves, much like a walkie-talkie or a can and 2 strings when you were little. But it's a wireless communication from that device to a tower that then relays that communication to whether you called another cell phone or a landline or another country. And those communications are logged with the company.
Oh my. You see what I'm saying? Sugar Black, like, nah, bro. Hold up, bro. We not doing this, cell phone companies, bro. We not about to do this. Y'all not about to do this to me, bro. We not doing this, bro. Hey, yo, they got us, bro. There's no anonymity. They got us, bro. They got all of our information. It's a wrap, bro. It's a wrap. It's over. They got everything. It is over. This is crazy. There ain't no privacy no more, bro. I am getting a flip phone. I'm getting a flip phone.
Someone like you.
No, I knew they like compile information, but I didn't know they just like give up everything. Like, man.
Do y'all have access to like where these towers are?
Yes, sir. The cell site database I get through the FBI, a website that I have to register through, and they verify me as a law enforcement officer. And when Sprint bought, when AT&T bought Sprint, they merged their towers. They turned some of the towers off. So every time you look at a case, you want to look at the towers during that time frame, because the towers are always changing. And I get that list of towers and the list of changes from the FBI website.
Okay, so what we just learned is we cannot have AT&T or Sprint.
But
But Verizon costs too much, bro. I gotta go to Verizon. It costs way too much, bro. Come on, man.
Indicat.
And so in your job, or sometimes you ask, or are you sometimes asked to look at call detail records that have tower information and attempt to determine approximate areas that particular device could be located in at a certain time?
Yes, sir, quite often.
And are you able to do that?
If the data is there, absolutely, yes, sir.
And have you done that one time, or have you done that a lot?
I've done that almost 1,000 times.
Almost on a day-to-day basis at NPD?
Yes, sir, daily.
Hey, y'all, if y'all can share the stream out. I didn't even like share the stream. I wasn't even thinking, man. Y'all trying to, my chat be distracting me, bro. Hey, y'all, we got to share the stream out, man. Y'all distracted me, man. Let's share the stream out, y'all.
And part of your job now at TBI.
Yes, sir.
Was a lot of that training, those hours, spent on that sort of...
He said, I got to get T-Mobile. Hey, but the problem is, like, T-Mobile and Sprint, like, T-Mobile owns Sprint. So you really, if you got T-Mobile, you legit low-key got Sprint. And then Sprint is in a... Man, there ain't nothing we can do, man. It ain't nothing we can do, bro.
concept or that, that practice.
Over a third of those hours are in cellular technology. Yes, sir.
Have you had occasion in the courts of Shelby County to testify as an expert on these call detail records, emphasis on location, before?
Yes, sir, I have.
One time or multiple times?
Multiple times.
State court and federal court?
Federal court was digital forensics, not cellular technology. But yes, sir.
With digital forensics, would that include extractions from cell phones?
Yes, sir.
And what is an extraction from a cell phone?
This is, we take the device, and if we are able, with our software and technologies, we make a complete copy, if possible, of everything that's on that device. And then we take a copy of that, make a copy, and then we analyze that copy of what we pulled from the phone.
And to do that, do you have to be trained in the various programs and everything that extract information?
Yes, sir.
And trained how to look at it?
Yes, sir.
And have you received that training and those certifications?
I have this, some of the other hours in there. Received training from both the vendors of the softwares that we use, things like Magnet and Celebrite, Gray Shift, and then non-vendor training through IASIS and the NCFI in Hoover, Alabama, through a Secret Service.
Your Honor, I would tender this witness, Mr. Gardner, as an expert in call detail analysis, emphasis on location, and digital forensics.
No objection.
Tell me what that tender was again.
Well, I'm not saying I got it right? Call detail records, emphasis in this case on location, and digital forensics.
This is why they got rid of phone booths. This is exactly why they got rid of phone booths, because they want to be able to monitor everything that we doing. This is Big Brother, bro. This is Big Brother, bro. Ain't no way, man. Like, it ain't no way, bro. Like, bro, nah. Like, we need to, man, everybody needs to lobby and petition to bring back phone booths, bro.
So I qualify this witness.
Cause I be talking about too many people behind their back.
Mr. Garner is an expert in the area of call detail records with emphasis and location in digital. What was that last word?
Exactly. Hey, the Nextel, they got rid of the Nextel because everybody was chirping. Man, they got us on lock. Like the American government, they got us on lock. They like, oh, they think they gonna chirp their way out of this? Nah.
Digital forensics.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm struggling with the technology over here. Since y'all speak.
Yo, and then the messed up part about it, hey, yo. So, hey, Sugar Black, if they did, right, bring back phone booths, I can't remember nobody's number because of the cell phones. You see what I'm saying? Now I can't remember nobody's number, bro. The only number I remember is 911. That's it.
Mr. Honor, have you prepared a report with regard to this case?
Yes, sir.
Let me pass you this. You just verify this is your report.
Yes, sir.
All right. I guess we should go ahead and mark that as state's next number two.
No objection.
You want me to take
76.
all right, it's a 76 page document.
Is it 76 minus 3 or is it 76?
76 minus 3 is 73.
73 page document. It's entitled Tennessee Bureau of Investigation Cybercrime and Digital Evidence Report prepared by Special Agent Michael Garner. We'll mark this as a collective exhibit number 64.
See, all y'all people out here committing crime, I hope y'all seeing what's happening. It's going to be you versus the state. regardless of what state you in. There's gonna be they gotta have like their own like TBI, like this is the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations. Depending on what y'all do, they got the FBI, they got all these different agencies that they have access to, unlimited resources and unlimited funds to put you away for the rest of your life. Do not be out here committing crimes, bro. And we all need to go back to flip phones. Don't commit no crimes. It's not worth it. You do not want to be sitting here and your name versus the state. Like, you know how terrifying that gotta be?
We could return that to the witness. And if we can,
And as far as that YSL trial, I think this prosecutor here, yeah, he's talking a little bit slow, but he's doing a lot better than them trial judges over there on the YSL case, because he laid out so much overwhelming evidence within the past like few days. He like low-key already won the case, to be real.
publish this as I ask Agent Garner questions. We managed to get it on the computer up here, so we're ahead of the game. Obviously, the title page with regard to this case, is that right?
Yes, sir.
All right, we skip to the next.
You see how they all like smiling at each other, bro? They all working together, bro. They're working against you if you do something bad. You know, but on this case, I'm with the prosecutor, man. This dude needs to go. He needs to be up out of here. If he like, he did all this, he need to go. Ain't no real ifs about it. We seen like the evidence.
You go ahead.
All right. So during my presentation, I just didn't want to show these slides of me just mapping out where a cell tower location is and antenna. I kind of want to teach you about what I'm talking about here, kind of an overview of cellular technology and how it works. Because there's some people that you hit send on the phone and it goes to a satellite and then comes down. So they do have satellite phones, but that's not what we're talking about here today. And then we'll go over the requested information.
Hey, yo, we're gonna have to slow this down because he about to show us how our phones work and everything. Hey, y'all remember when they had that bacon scheme? Like everybody was trying to get like money, like off the glitch. Bro, why was I on my phone like on Google, like trying to see if it was real? Now I'm like, no, bro, they gonna have everything.
They had asked of me, and then my analysis, and then the mapping of those records.
But yo, this is because dude in the comments just said, yo, they didn't have anything like this with the YSL. This is Tennessee. They do not play. If they come after you, like that, the objective is to get you sentenced. They're not playing. They got the TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation. Like they own you, bro. I think the TBI is in Nashville. So they like working to get you. I mean, I think it's like statewide, really. Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, whatever. I know they got like a branch in Nashville, but they own it, bro.
And here they're just going to kind of go over the cellular technology that I've had hundreds of hours of training in. There you go. So we see these when we're driving down the interstate or we're pulling in the grocery store. So that is a cell tower, cell site location, base transceiver station. What we really are interested in is the tops of them. They're called heads. And those little white rectangles, those are antenna. You might see 3, you could see as many as 9 facing one direction. It all depends on the topographical area and the population of that area. The more cell phones, the more coverage you need, the more antennas the better service that they can be provided for you. So they want to keep you as their customer. So, and then the next slide, and when I've talked about, we don't want to have the thought that just because it's a radio wave, how does that work? Unless a device is calling another device on the same tower, all these radio waves actually touch copper. It's like our phones in our house when we're used to wired phones. That actually touches copper. It goes from the phone to the tower to the base station controller, and all that's doing is these computers are looking for the number that you called. If it's not there, it moves to the next one. And all of these towers keeping record of the phones that it's communicating with, this entire network is run by computers that know where the device is. That's how they can connect a call so quickly. But they can't all be connected wirelessly. So they hit the gateway goes to copper. And this copper line is how we can connect multiple switches together, and switches contain lots of cell towers. That way we can have a wireless...
Then it'd be like, dudes like this, like, so interested in boring stuff. Like, ooh, the cell towers and doing the cell. Like, you know he about to catch you on something, bro. Like, it be them, bro. Cause I know if I'm like sitting on the other side of that and I'm like, oh man, he like boring stuff. Like he really trying to figure out if I did this. Yo, man, like these dudes got unlimited time, bro.
This network that's actually got a backbone built on phone cables. And so even though we're using a wireless device, it's actually touching copper. It's actually going to copper. So it doesn't go into space and it doesn't come down. And anywhere where you don't have a cell tower, you're not going to have cell coverage. So if you're out in the ocean, for example, and that sounds kind of silly, but you want to think, you see the cell tower, that's going to have a cellular communication. So this is how the network routes your call. And each of these computers maintains a log of the phone numbers, and that's part of the call detail records that we get back. Now that rectangular antenna that you see on that tower head, it broadcasts a radio signal. And in a lab, in a laboratory environment, that is what that antenna is broadcasting in a perfect environment. It's about a 120 degree spread, and it broadcasts out. But it also has a little bit on the side and some on the back. But that's in a perfect lab environment. This is usually what, if you request it.
Hey, yo, Randy 2K, you something else. He said you can't wait to get away with nothing. I just want to know, yo, if just in case I even think about something, I can get away with it. But now, like, no, that's how they be catching people. Like, bro.
What a particular antenna, what its frequency broadcast is, you would get a graph much like this. And based on that graph, they build the cellular networks much like a honeycomb from a beehive because it's very strong. And you get overlapping signals. So in case one side of a tower gets full or there's a building in the way, a lot of trees, another side of another tower will cover that weak area. So they overlap these sectors, again, to give you the best service so they can make money. Because if you're unhappy, you're going to leave your carrier. They don't make any money that way. So they design these cell sites to maximize coverage for you. And that's how they're set up to broadcast, just like a honeycomb. And that little black triangle right in the center, that is one tower broadcasting in 3 different directions.
You're going to leave your carrier unless you're stuck with your carrier. It's too much trouble to change.
If you're unhappy, there's no too much trouble, sir. So this is a mapping from an old case I've done, and I just wanted to show you what my mapping software, or what some of our mapping software is going to report out. And so what it's showing you is...
Hey, dude said I'm going back to beepers. It don't even matter, bro. They gon', because once you get the page, I mean, let's just get, but then they gonna know like you got beeped. They know everything, bro. We can't do nothing.
It's accessing a side of the tower. It's showing a 120 degree angle. And then that shaded area, that is there by the software to catch your eye and let you know, and let me know as a person analyzing it, that that's the direction the antenna is broadcasting.
Nah, y'all bugging, bro. We got 20,000 views in here, bro. And the subscribers only went up like not 20,000, bro. What's wrong with y'all, bro? Y'all like what? Y'all trying to play me, man? Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, man. Come on, man.
So it's not to tell you where the device is. We're just talking about which way are the radio frequencies that was communicating with the device, which way was it pointing. That's all that shaded area is.
So if I'm looking at this thing right now, my tower is this thing right here, is that right?
Yes, sir.
And you talked about like 120 degrees sort of coverage. That's going to be this.
That
right
line there,
here.
so that is 120 degrees.
And you're talking about the shaded area here
Is that what?
is for, I guess I'd call it illustrative purposes or something?
Yes.
Does that mean that there could be if there's a cell phone using, if there's a cell phone out here, it's not going to use that tower? Can you see my, you may not be able to see
I
my.
cannot see, I'm sorry. Can you shake it a little bit?
Can you see, okay, you see it?
Yes, sir.
Does that mean if I got a cell phone like right out here, that it's not going to use that tower?
Technically, if that cell phone accessed that tower, it is using that tower. So I can tell you it's using the tower, but I can't tell you where it is, where it's using it from.
Okay, I guess I was trying to figure out, when you said it's to catch our eye, I think why'd you say this area here was to catch our eye?
I want your eye to know that the phone was accessing that tower from that direction.
And I guess that's why I'm asking it, because that shows more than a direction. That shows a boundary.
It shows an area.
Okay.
That shaded area is just to draw the eye more towards, it's coming from that area
Okay.
instead of behind it.
So is this boundary, so I guess I'm trying to just get things straight. Is this boundary a strict boundary? when we
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. Okay, that's
Absolutely
what I
not.
thought. Okay. So this is illustrative of sort of an area or a direction. But this boundary very well may extend a little further or a little less, not be perfectly arc-shaped, and may,
Yes, sir. That boundary has absolutely nothing to do with the cell site coverage, nothing at all. It is put in by the software just as illustrative, just to know which direction that antenna was pointing and broadcasting.
I understand the point of that.
Yes, sir. And then the next slide.
All right, so now y'all tell me what the defense attorney is supposed to do with this. All of that boring information that the defense attorney got to try to prove that this guy don't, like, how you gonna sprinkle some reasonable doubt with that? This guy's telling you I got like over 1,000 hours in this, training in this, 1,000 hours in training. He's breaking down the cell tower. He's not just breaking down the cell towers for the fun of it. He's doing that so he can show, I know what I'm talking about. I know how this works. You know what I mean? So that the defense attorney can say, like, this cannot be argued anywhere in like an appeal situation that, TBI didn't know how the cell service worked, none of that. Like, he's showing, I know how all of this works. I went through all of these courses and everything. So this is going to be damaging, man, because I don't know how the defense attorney is going to be able to combat this. This is like, nah, bruh.
This is actually what a cell site.
And Justin Johnson is probably just sitting there thinking everything's like fine. He don't even know what's going on with him right now. Like how they setting him up for like an ironclad case.
Broadcasting looks like. That is two cell sites broadcasting two different sectors, and that topmost antenna is in red, that bottommost is in blue, and you can see how they overlap each other and bleed over in each other and have that side lobe and the back. So like he was saying, that where was this device, because this is from an actual case but not this case, where was the device that when it was accessing that tower? If it's the red, it's somewhere inside that shaded red area. When it accessed the blue tower, the tower I have labeled as blue, I'm sorry, it's somewhere in the blue. So I can't tell you where it was. I just know that it accessed that tower within that tower's coverage area. And I'm saying tower. Right now we're looking at this. We're looking at one antenna on a tower. So we're looking at the broadcast coverage of an antenna on that top tower and broadcast for one antenna on that bottom tower. You can see how it overlaps.
Okay, so I understand what you're saying about overlap. Like, this thing's going to go out, and this thing's going to go out, and they're going to overlap each other.
Yes, sir.
What are the colors here? I don't understand this. So there's this brighter red pink thing, and then there's purple.
That purple is the mixture of that blue and that pink.
I got you. All right, so this light blue down here
Is the bottom tower.
Okay, and then the pink is the.
You see what he's trying to do? He's asking, like, is this a defense attorney, like, asking this guy stuff? Because it seemed like it is. Like, I think. Let me rewind it. or I think the prosecutor's kind of lining it up for like to make this like ironclad, like so that to show like this guy knows everything he's talking about. You know what I mean? Having this guy come up here so he can say, all right, so this is where we gathered all the information from TBI. And this is our, you know what I mean, like our professional witness with this. You know, he actually knows what he's talking about. He got up here, he broke down everything. Man. This dude need to like try to make a deal with the prosecutor, bro. Now, even if they go for life, I mean, it's too late now. I mean, they in trial, but we did read a couple days ago that, you know, a plea arrangement can happen at any time. Like, you know, because I thought it couldn't happen like after a trial. Like once the trial starts, I thought it was done, you know, but they can't come to a resolution like even when the trial is going on. So I don't know. This is bad, bro.
Top tower.
Yes, sir.
But where they overlap is the purple.
Yes, sir.
So now we see that we're never dealing. It doesn't look like we're ever going to be dealing with straight lines or straight arcs and just 120 degrees.
Never. No, sir.
Okay. And it looks like we're also going to be dealing with multiple towers at the same time.
Yes, sir. And that 120-degree arc, you can see on the pink, there's some behind it, there's some on the side of it. So that tower, those radio frequencies are actually bleeding back behind. So you can be behind that tower and still connect to the opposite face. It all depends on the traffic of that tower. And these maps, that mapping was done at a specific date and time. It will change based on weather. It's rainy, the tower's not going to go out as far. We're going to have a music fest downtown. They're going to shrink, they're going to turn down the strength of the tower so that it encompasses a smaller area because you have more people in a smaller area. So these towers, they breathe. The range of the tower, that could be maximum, and then they can turn down the power and it would be smaller.
So I'm going to ask the question that may skip ahead. I just want to go ahead and ask it. From what I'm getting already from this, correct me if I'm wrong, is you or...
Yeah, I mean, realistically, I don't think a deal will be cut, man. They've got an ironclad case on this guy. You know, even the TBI guy, the bagel guy, he got a smile on his face. Like everybody's got a smile on them. They know this is a sealed. This is gonna be a good case, bro, for the prosecution. This is a slam dunk. This is what you call a slam dunk case.
Anybody's not going to be able to pinpoint exactly where a cell phone is in terms of a meter or 2 meters or 10 meters or 20 meters at any particular time.
No, sir.
What I'm getting is that we're talking about areas.
Yes, sir.
What I'm getting is...
No, they definitely need to make an example out of them. But like, I was wanting them to go for like the ultimate situation, you know what I'm saying? Like give them the chair or something like that. The only reason I think they probably didn't go that route, or at least I don't see any information that's saying that they went that route, because when you have a jury and they're looking at somebody this young, a lot of times it's going to be hard for people to deal with putting somebody like that, giving them the needle or putting them in the chair. In Tennessee, they got both. You see what I'm saying? But when you're a jury member and somebody that young, because you know, a lot of these guys, like their brains are not fully developed. You know what I mean? Like they've been smoking and doing all kind of like, you know what I mean? And they're young. So, you know, you may get somebody like, oh, I don't really want to, you know, because then you were like, that's the ultimate decision. Like you already got to make a decision on this case is going to affect this guy's life, which I mean, I wouldn't care. Me personally, because he did it, you know, and I think there do need to be examples because people are out here wilding and doing too many things. Like this is just something that's publicly everybody talking about, but stuff like this happens a lot, you know, hits and stuff like that, like for it, like insane reasons, you know, but this is like a bigger situation. But I think they do need to make an example out of these young guys, you know, because the urban community, the hip hop community, they just like covet this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we got, you know, this is dope. This is good. You know, no, like there needs to be. And then if you want this to stop, you have to set precedent. I don't care what your age is. This is going to happen to you. You know, but then the appeals court judge might feel like, oh, he's too young to give him this ultimate situation, or, you know, and then it may even make it to the Tennessee Supreme Court and they may like overturn it. You know, because of his age, he's young, you know, so, and then all the circumstances, like within the case, like they could which I don't think. I think this is an ironclad case. I don't think that any reasonable judge is going to overturn this. Like, once he's convicted, I don't think nobody's going to overturn this. And then you got your accomplice rolled on you and told on you. He didn't even get a McDonald's meal and he told everything. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think like a reasonable judge would, but you know, people are human at the end of the day. Yeah, you know, the law is black and white, but then there is like the gray area with some people that believes that that's a law, you know, and if they're emotional, like they might feel like, nah, I don't want to like this kid. So, you know, I think that they think about all that, like when they're approaching what is going to be the final, you know, the outcome at the end of the case of what we trying to like look for. Like they got a lot of things to think about. Then they may ask the family like what they want. You know what I mean? Sometimes the family don't want to push that ultimate decision. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot of things that can work to stop that from happening. But I think me personally, like some people like this, like, nah, because it was too much premeditation with it. You know, if this would have been like, let's just say he was at the turkey drive, because they weren't like what a lot of people are not paying attention to. Like when that guy was on the stand, Cornelius was on the stand, and he was telling everything when he was talking about the big juke, and he was talking to Govan and all of that, and they was talking about the amount of money that was on the different artists' heads. It wasn't just Dolph. Like Big Juke was trying to take out the whole label. You know what I'm saying? These guys didn't care about these people. They're just like, yo, like what is the money on like everybody's head is what they was looking for. So, you know, with that, and like people like this, they'll do anything for money. And then you've seen after the hit, all the video, like footage and evidence that the prosecution presented, like this guy didn't even seem affected. Like he got grazed by, you know, a book, you know what I'm saying? And then his friend got hit twice by Marcus, which is Young Dolph's brother. Shout out to him, you know, because he was rolling. Like he like, you're not about to take my brother out of here and we going out without a fight. He hit both of them. Hit one twice and another one he grazed. Then he made his way to the Corvette, opened up the Corvette that was, you know what I'm saying, that was locked. Figured out a way to open it up quick. Got to the chopper and started spraying. Like, so shout out to the brother. You know what I mean? But let's just say Marcus wasn't there. They probably would have went in there and stood over Dolph. Dolph was already, like, by the way they hit him, like, I seen his shirt. It's on Twitter. You see what I'm saying? Like, Dolph's, like, his clothing and everything. Like, the way they hit him, it wasn't nothing Dolph could have did. I mean, them was choppers, bro. Like, 7.62 by 39s and the 40. Like, a hand, you know what I'm saying? And a chopper. Like, it wasn't nothing he could do, bro. You know, so it's an unfortunate situation. I wish Dolph could have seen, like, I wish he wasn't in that situation, really. I wish he never was there. He should not have been there. Like, when you become something in your city like that big of a person, like, I'm in Tennessee, so I know, like, his reach. You see what I'm saying? Like, when you're that popular and this many people look up to you, you cannot be around. And if you're going to be around, you cannot be in a car that like, look what the assailant said. They were just like, oh, we know what car he be in. Everybody know his car. You can't be like rolling around there loud like that. And he had a yellow shirt on. So you easy to spot. Like, you cannot be doing that. I'm not making fun of that in no capacity. You cannot be doing that, bro. At all. You got to get away from your city. Help them people from afar. Come back every once in a while. You can't do that. Look at, like, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, a Big Juke, like, he kind of, like, made his bed. You know what I mean? But look how they did him at a repass. Next to the car, the armored car, next to it. You know, and dumped him out. Like, they don't care. Like, these kids don't care, bro. And they knew, you know, like the streets talk, they knew what Juke did. Like, everybody was speculating, all the bloggers speculating on Big Juke man had something to do with it, and with Young Dolph, and everybody speculating, right? But the people in the street knew what was up. You think Key Glock don't know? I ain't saying he like that, you know what I'm saying? But people like that, you think they don't know what happened? You think they don't know that they put hits on their head? They know, bruh. You know, so this is like a serious situation, bro. If you popular, you got to get up out of the city or at least ride around in something that nobody knows about. That's at least you can do. Or you're going to have some young kids that don't know nothing about life running down on you, getting you up out of here, sitting in court, not knowing nothing. Shorty want to be a thug. Period. You know what I'm saying? The streets ain't got no love for nobody. Everybody trying to be down. Everybody trying to prove their loyalty. Everybody trying to do all that. Right? But in a split second, the person that you with, you know what I mean, that you committing this situation with, they gonna roll on you for a deal for themselves. What did that guy say to the prosecutor? He was just like, when Justin sent me that letter, that's when I knew, like, I had to, like, be honest about everything. Because he didn't know if Justin was going to roll and take a deal. So he had to, like, become honest. Like, I don't believe what that dude said. Oh, I've got a conscience. No, you don't. When Dolph was on the ground and y'all was dumping him out, I ain't see no conscience nowhere. I seen y'all trying to get away. You know what I mean? But luckily, I mean, wasn't nothing that Dolph's brother could really do in that situation. He did what the best he could do in that situation. A lot of people wouldn't have done that. You see what I'm saying? But I feel like he did the best he could do in that situation to try to save his brother. You know, but this is what happens, man. Like, it's unfortunate. And now we all sitting here watching the trial that never should be happening. Because of this guy. He needs the ultimate situation, I feel like. You know, I don't think there should be no mercy on him for what he did. With a chopper, they're not coming with something that you might be able to survive with. They coming with choppers, bro. How he did that, the premeditation and switching cars. You see what I'm saying? Right after the job is done, they FaceTime and Juke, letting him know, like, that's our work. How it was said, like, how they did it. Like, nah, bruh. They not worried about Dolph's family or Dolph. They even know him. They didn't care. They worried about their money. What did Cornelius say? He was just like, oh, I kept, like, trying to ask them what my money was. And they kept playing me. I kept trying to get my money. And that's all they care about, bruh. He was on pills at the time, allegedly. All he cared about is trying to get his money. He didn't care that they just put somebody in a box for nothing and got $800 out the deal. You put somebody in a box, took somebody's family away from them. Somebody's brother. You seen young Dolph's sister on that stand? I fast forwarded that because I didn't want to see that. I watched it later. I didn't want to watch that on the live. That's sad. Her brother. You the reason why this is happening. This is insane, bro. This is insane. This needs to stop. You know, in the justice system, I don't think they want it to stop. Because if it does, if nobody is committing these type of acts, they've got no job. You know what I mean? So yeah, like, I think a lot of these people who already got records, like Cornelius was saying, like, yeah, I've been arrested for X, Y, and Z. He already got, like, a lengthy record. Why do y'all keep letting these people out? It's just insane. Then they come, it's like recidivism. Then they come out and then they do the same thing or worse. And nobody cares. You know what I mean? But the person that's not involved in the thug life, that's just trying to go to their warehouse job or trying to go to their regular job, you know what I'm saying? Or somebody went to school to do something in life, but they don't make enough to move out the hood, but they got a family they trying to take care of them. They got to go down that street or worry about one of these hoodlums jacking them for their car that they worked hard for. It's a lot of carjackings going down in Tennessee. A lot. You driving a Charger in Memphis, consider it gone when you hit that light. They rolling like that, taking Infinities and popping everybody they see. It's wild out there. You know, and the justice system is supposed to do something to help. And they letting these people out, and then they just doing this. You got all this evidence on these people, and they have no remorse, and you're letting them out. Build, like, I don't care, build more jails. Like if that for people like this, take them out or build more. Like treat them like Texas would do. Texas ain't gonna play with somebody that did something like this. You know what I mean? Like no, like you can't be just doing this, bro. Taking people out like that. Like you don't know how many people was depending on Dolph. Like how many lives you just messed up because you try to get 40 grand. What you gonna do with $40,000 in 2024? Buy a charger? That ain't even enough. Y'all acting like this is life-changing money. You can't leave this country and like stay out. If you do a hit, you supposed to make enough money to never come back if something go wrong. Go somewhere where there's no extradition. Y'all not even thinking like that. It's crazy. And then like a big jerk thinking y'all stupid because y'all like, look what y'all doing. And y'all get played $800. One of them got. It's crazy.
You could tell me whether or not it's self.
For some street fame? That's what y'all adore, street fame like that? Trying to be a rapper. But you know, I can say all of this because I know better, right? A lot of these dudes don't know better. They may not have the education. All they see is the streets. Go outside, you selling, like all you see is the streets. You hustling, you trying to get it the best way you can, you know what I'm saying? Like you might be committing things, you know what I'm saying? Crimes, you know, they may not know any better, you know, and then they keep spiraling down the road to more and more bad stuff. You know, so I can sit here as somebody that may know better, you know, but sometimes these guys, like they can, like if you listen to Cornelius on that stand, Cornelius can't even produce a quality sentence. The prosecutor's asking him questions, he understand, yeah, you know what, I do got a conscience, laughing about it. And they sitting around passing pictures of Dolph in his final stage. And this kid think it's a joke. You see what I'm saying? Like, nah, bruh. This is insane. This is insanity. That's what this is.
Phone is in this area, and this is an area downtown called Uptown, okay? And not in Midtown over here.
And one thing to point out that I left out is all those little blue dots in there. Those are other cell towers. So
that can help me exclude where I'm looking.
absolutely, because a cell phone it's not going to grab the nearest tower. It's going to communicate with the nearest available tower. If that tower is, if you think of a tower as a cup of water, if it has too many transactions going on that it can't hold anymore, that tower will let you skip it and you will grab the next one that's available to it. But you're probably not.
But Big Juke was out here moving like an idiot. You don't like Dolph that much that you put a hit out on him. Like, are you crazy? You think you're going to get this ain't like the prosecutor's saying, this is not 1981. This not the time when the 1970s when the mafia was like, this ain't that. Like there's cameras everywhere. Like what if Big Juke is like your brother, like what? Your brother is Yo Gotti. You don't have to be in the streets no more. You that attached to the streets, you got to put hits on people because you can't compete with Dolph in Memphis. Like, this is ridiculous. You can't deal with somebody trolling you. You know what I mean? But yeah, y'all got to be careful. Like, and it's another unfortunate, be careful who you troll. Like, Dolph was trolling dude. You know what I'm saying? They were trolling each other. Like, on big platforms. Big diss records. You see what I'm saying? That don't go away. You know, so that like a lot of feelings get it, you know, a lot of emotions, a lot of this stuff be happening over a girl. You see what I'm saying? A woman. Oh, Dolph messing with my girl, like all of that. Because of a girl, bro. When Pac did that interview, and he said, when dudes die, it's over a girl. A lot of times, most of the time, that's what it is. When the girl gets to the point when she wants to mate, and she start looking around and dudes start losing it over a girl. There's too many simps out here, bro. They is simping for these women. They will lose everything because of the human ego over a girl. Let a girl like I rock with, like mess with somebody else. She can go. I know I got options. I can go somewhere else. I can get something else. I got money. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It might bother me a little bit, but I can move on. I'm not about to like lose my life over a girl. So what? Like you ends up putting up a hit on somebody and she end up being with somebody else. One person not here no more, the other person in jail. Other parties involved in jail. Now you messing up Yo Gotti. Let's just say Yo Gotti don't know about all this, right? Look at the pressure Yo Gotti under right now. They not talking about him yet. They're going to be talking about it. Some people are starting to do it. The bloggers, the big ones. They starting to do it. Yo, Gotti, you don't know about this? How you don't know about this? Your brother's involved in this? Where's he getting like $100,000 that he think he can get to pay these guys? Like, where's his revenue coming from? Like, isn't he like with you? Like, how do you not know this? Like, people are starting to question. You think Yo Gotti can do an interview anywhere? Somebody gonna ask him about this, bro. Like, nah, bro. And then people got to think about whether or not they're going to continue to be attached to Yo Gotti. If I'm Jay-Z, I don't want no attachment to Yo Gotti at all. I see what's going down with Diddy and all of this. I don't want nothing to do with anything that has any glimpse of illegality. Because you know they was trying to do the reform in Memphis, the prison, Mississippi, the prison reform. I don't want nothing to do with Gotti, Yo Gotti. Jay-Z got to start thinking and start separating himself from people. You see what I'm saying? Otherwise, he going to be next. We don't know what they got, like with Diddy and all. Like, we don't know what they got in them hard drives. You see what I'm saying? Like, we just don't know, bruh. But y'all be careful who y'all align yourself with. But Yo Gotti, bro, you in trouble. If they find out, like, one of these attorneys was financed from that label or somebody affiliated with that, like, you going down. You can change the name all you want, but you going down with him. They're going to figure out a way to get you up out of here. And then now you go to Memphis and everybody know your brother put the hit on Dolph. Bro, you better not go to Memphis, bro. And I'm saying this like this. Glorilla, you better not go to Memphis either. Yeah, you a girl, but they'll get you just to get to him and make sure he ain't going to make no money off of you no more. Stay out of Memphis. You see what Big Juke caused all this? You see what I'm saying? This is crazy. We sit here watching a trial that never should have been happening. And all y'all, and Yo Gotti, you better understand you more than likely under surveillance. They trying to figure out what's going on. You're a big fish in a small pond. They got unlimited resources. You got to watch what you're doing now.
We're going to skip 3 towers. There's a probability of those towers being full at that exact point in time. So
I'm probably, you can see where my cursor is right here?
you would be closer to the towers than you would be out there. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if I'm accessing one of these 2 towers right here, right, then my phone's probably not 4 or 5 towers over right here.
Correct.
Okay, I got you.
And especially looking at this map, that little blob of pink down at the bottom right-hand corner is coming from that tower at the top. But there's, how many we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 towers from that tower to that blob. If that device is in that blob, it's probably not going to grab that tower that's up at the top. It's going to grab one of the ones that's closer to it that's available, the closest available tower. Yes, sir. And I mentioned a few of these things. The coverage is never perfect. Things like buildings and the weather. Downtown we have the river, cell phone radio waves reflect off water. And the range of that tower antenna is going to be based on the population.
Yeah, they might raid. I mean, with all these accusations, they could potentially raid Yo Gotti's spot. They could. They can raid everything, bro. This is the government. They don't have, like, you think that Constitution and them Bill of Rights really protect you out here? Think again. They can do whatever they want to do. If they got any type of suspicion, reasonable suspicion, oh, they going to the hires up. They going to get you up out of here. Gotti going to have to play ball with everything. He but not get out of line one time with one person that's in the position of power. Oh, that's it. You know what I mean? Trust me, like they not playing with him.
The terrain, the number of towers around it, because the device is always going to grab.
Look what they just did to Diddy. I ain't saying Diddy innocent, but look what he going through.
The nearest available tower, the closest available, not the closest available. And with that,
Do we begin your work on this case?
yes, sir. All right. Just want to make sure that these pages. Okay, yes, sir.
At some point during this investigation, did you receive call detail records for phones relating to the investigation of the murder of young Dolph?
I did.
In particular, did you receive call detail records for a telephone that was identified to you as belonging to Justin Johnson?
Yes, sir, I did.
Did you receive call detail records for a phone identified to you as belonging to Cordelia Smith?
Yes, sir.
Did those call detail records have what I'm calling tower or location information?
They did, yes, sir.
Were you asked certain questions? Did we ask you certain questions about what you could determine about those phones?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can begin.
So in February of this year, I met with Attorney Hageman and the case investigator, Jesse Browning, and they gave me call detail records on this 901-236-1625. They were received by the search warrant by the investigator on the case in December of 2021.
For the record, is that the phone that was described to you as belonging to Justin Johnson?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then they'd asked me to look over these records on November 17th, 2021, between 1 a.m. and 10 p.m. on November 17th. And that was the analysis done on the 236. In April of this year, they brought me another phone number related to Cordelia Smith, 901-513-6236. And again, they were obtained by a search warrant in December of 2021. And on this device, they only asked a time frame of November 17th between 11 a.m. and 10 p.m. So not as many hours on the second phone number. This is very, very difficult to see from this angle, so we're probably going to not be able to make all this out. But this is an overview of Shelby County, Memphis, Tennessee, with the locations that they had given to me with regards to at these dates and times. These locations are important. Can you overlap the cell records to show movements? And
Let me go ahead and interrupt you and try to walk us through just location for a second.
Yes, sir.
Okay, just what we have here. We have people not from Memphis to start. Okay.
Copy that.
Mississippi River, downtown Memphis. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This is probably about where we are right about here or something. Is that right? I think that's the version.
Oh, okay. I see the person. I couldn't see it. I apologize.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
that is correct.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
Downtown Memphis. I go up here to my green dot here. It's a few miles away. Is that Crosstown Concourse?
Yes, sir.
There actually is a yellow line that connects. It's just probably impossible to see from where they are. And then if I go to my next thing here, this is East Memphis. And the line is to Valero gas station.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? I go here to the red dot, South Memphis. This is near the airport. This is the homicide scene at 2370 Airways.
Yes, sir.
And if I go down further south, we have Whitehaven over here. We go further south to the Gospel Garden Apartments. Used to be 2A apartments.
Yes, sir.
All right, so South Memphis, homicide scene, technically South Memphis. You familiar with the neighborhood Orange Mound?
Yes, sir.
In Orange Mound. Valero gas station by the University of Memphis,
University of Memphis,
East Memphis. And Crosstown next to downtown, a few miles from where we're at.
Yes, sir.
And all this, so you go back to tell me what we're looking at here. What's all this stuff?
So I loaded the call detail records in an application called PLX by Penlink. And I did that so I can pull up every cell tower within 10 miles of I guess, of Memphis, Tennessee, dead center, not downtown, but kind of dead center of Memphis, Tennessee. And based on the cell site list that I got from Indicac, there were 563 T-Mobile towers within 10 miles of Memphis, Tennessee. Based on all
That's a lot of cell phone time. That's a lot, bro.
those towers, we're going to look at the ones that the device accessed during the time frame that was requested of me. That was just a zoomed-in location for the Llamas I see on Airways that was just north of the airport.
Okay, so it's McKee's Cookies.
Yes, sir.
Airways Boulevard?
Yes, sir.
One second.
That is a scary word, bro. Warrant. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, might as well. We had a couple slides that became not relevant, and so we've taken them out. So,
Yes, sir.
but they're still on the computer, so we're switching, we fast forward basically. Is that where you take back up?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This is a screenshot of the document that we received from T-Mobile. This is one of the first pages of the call detail records. And what we've got here is the name and address of the subscriber, this top red box. And it comes back to the Curia guy and the address of 2667 Pfizer. And then at the bottom, the activation and termination dates of this account. So when was this account created? And the activation date was on 9/22 of 2020.
Through the investigation, are you familiar with that to be a relative of Justin Johnson?
Yes, sir, that's correct. That's Justin Johnson's sister.
This loser don't even have his own phone.
And this is the subscriber information.
Subscriber name, Cornelius. So the activation account. Okay, all right. So he does, okay.
Information for the second phone number, the name and address of the subscriber, Cornelius Smith, and the subscriber address of 1766 Wild Rose in Memphis, Tennessee.
So Smith's phone is actually subscribed to him, or he's actually listed.
Hey, Randy said if I was him, I would interrupt and said, all right, I'm guilty. I can't stand through all of that. Bruh, me too, bruh. Like, ain't no way. Like, if, bruh. And I'm just looking like, I'm sorry, like, I didn't make, like, who y'all want me to tell on? Like, it's,
Yes, sir.
Subscriber?
Yes, sir.
And Johnson's son is the sister?
Yes, sir. That's correct. And then the activation and termination dates, at the time we received this, it was activated on 9/25 of 2021.
All right, looks like we're beginning with the questions that you were asked to analyze with regard to...
no, bruh. Young Dolph's hitman says Yo Gotti's label paid $50,000 for his lawyer. Oh, my God. Yo Gotti, you are going down, bro. Yo Gotti, you are going down, brother. You are going down. Let me show y'all this, bro. Let me show y'all this, bro. You going down, bro. You are going down, Yo Gotti, bro. Can y'all see my Twitter? He going down, bro.
Wait for the response.
The original lawyer in your case got $50,000 to represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG.
My God. Oh, my God. It is over. It's over. It is over, y'all. It's over. It is over. It's over. It's over. It's over, Young Dolph. The universe is working for Young Dolph. Yo, Gotti, you are going down. You are next, Yo Gotti. You are going down, bro.
To represent you. Did he not?
I don't know exactly how much you get. I don't know. I
Okay.
can't say.
All right. And you knew that, just we're all clear here, that money came from CMG. Right?
Yeah, I don't know exactly who, but yeah.
All right. So you talked today. You got paid for what you just testified to, didn't you?
Out there, I was locked up.
You got paid,
My
right?
lawyer was paid. Lawyer.
You got $50,000 to pay a lawyer, right?
I didn't get it in my hand. Correct. I don't know how much it was, but correct. My lawyer got it.
Okay.
Yo Gotti, you just threw away your whole life, bro. They're coming for you. It may not be today. These people know that oh my God, bro. Big Juke was not a very smart guy. Y'all paid. Yo Gotti, bro. Y'all paid for this dude's lawyer. Y'all could not have given it to somebody else to pay for the lawyer. Like Randy saying. Or Noel Simpson saying. This is crazy. This is crazy, bro. Hey, I'm gonna have to change the title on this.
236-1625, which you testified as the phone described you as Justin Johnson's.
Yes, sir. And these were the questions that, from our meeting, that they were asking, am I able to determine from these records if the device left the crosstown concourse? If I was able to determine if the device went to the Valero gas station at Park and Highland? Am I able to determine if the device returned to the crosstown concourse? And then again, did the device leave crosstown again? And was I able to determine where the device was during the time of the murder?
Somebody said, trust me, if they could tie Yo Gotti in, they would have already. Juke was the president of the label, so he had access to the funds of the label. Tying Yo Gotti could have made it a RICO and easier.
So it's 12:21 p.m. to 12:23.
That's a good point. That's a good point. We'll find out. We'll find out later on. But Yo Gotti, be careful.
p.m. Then was I able to determine if the device went to the Gospel Gardens apartments? And did the device return to the crosstown concourse after that? Those are the questions that were asked me. That was the basis of what I was looking for during this analysis. So the call detail records come from T-Mobile in the UTC, Universal Time Coordinated. The records come universal so that no matter where you are in the world, you can adjust the time to your local time. And our software does that, and we can do that looking at the data. So I make a copy, and then I analyze the copy of these call detail records. And at this time, we were outside of daylight savings. So our time zone here in Memphis, Tennessee, is UTC -6, spring forward, fall back. So I adjusted the call detail records to our local time zone. I did not leave them in UTC time. And then the second phone number, the 901-513-6236, again, these records were received from T-Mobile in UTC, and I adjusted the time zones on them as well. And only question asked on this phone number were between the hours of 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. what towers were being accessed by this device. Now, they asked me until 10 p.m. There was no activity on the device from, I think, 5:48 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's why the hours 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. is listed in this slide, because there was nothing to look at after 5 p.m. So 5 p.m., 10 p.m., there was nothing.
And this is a Cornelia Smith phone?
Yes, sir. So these were the tools that I used to look at this information. I used a program, it's a web-based, called CellHawk. I use Microsoft Excel because the records come in a TXT format or a PDF. But I can make a copy, and then I can change the time zone to reflect local easily in my
I never want some boring person like this to be on my case, bro. Like, to be like trying to get me for something, bro. I'm like, nah, bro.
Microsoft Excel, and also used PLF by Penlink, and those are the versions of software that I used on this case. When these files are opened up in Excel, they are
Hey, subscribe to the channel if y'all can. It'd be appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Also, if you can like the video, that would be greatly appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Please do that.
actually pretty wide. So we hide a couple of the rows when we're not trying to use that information because it's not relative to the investigation. We can hide out the device ID, the IMSI, the IMEI, and so what you got across the top, and you can't see it, and that's why we use really big monitors, because these fonts are so small, and the rows across the top are pulled from.
Hey, yo, somebody said something real smart, though. RLTLC said Gotti should be more worried about the streets than the police. I mean, that's a very, like, he does not need to go back to Memphis for anything, bro. If he wants to see any of his family members, like, he should never go back there again, man. Ever.
On the records, and what you got is the date and time, and then I changed
Wasn't he after like one of Russell Simmons' daughters or something like that?
it from UTC to Central Standard. The duration of the call, and the duration is how long that call lasted. The direction of the call, was it leaving the mobile device or incoming or outgoing? Then the azimuth of the cell tower that was used. The azimuth is the dead center of that antenna of that 120 degrees. Then that azimuth, you're going to have 60 degrees to the left of it, 60 degrees to the right. So that's the dead center of that antenna. But as we've seen, that antenna can be more than 120. But the cell company knows the azimuth of that antenna. They're reporting that to us. Then the location of the cell tower used, they provide it in two different ways to us. They give us the latitude and longitude of the exact tower, and that is perfect. Because a lot of times you see a tower out in the middle of a field. That field has a physical address on a road, but that's not where the tower is. So they give us the latitude and longitude of that tower, so we can walk right to it using GPS if we had to repair it. But they also give us the physical address of the tower, which would be the address of the road that it is numbered off of. And they're usually not going to be in the same spot. The physical address is where you would go, then you would see the tower somewhere on that property.
I have a couple questions that maybe stuff to get to, but I don't want to forget them, so I'm just going to go ahead and ask them. You mentioned duration of the call.
Yes, sir.
So if I see a call between one person and another person on these call detail records, and let's say it's 8 seconds or 10 seconds or 12 seconds or whatever the time is, does that mean those people talk for 8 seconds or 10 seconds or 12 seconds?
It means you hit the send button and then hit the end button. That's the duration of that call. Whether there was communication between two people, or a voicemail being left, or you called and you listen to somebody's voicemail. I don't really feel like leaving a message. End. That's the duration of that call.
So the duration doesn't actually mean two people necessarily talking to each other.
Correct.
The second thing is we're talking about calls. Is this same sort of stuff done for like text messages and stuff?
Yes, sir. On the T-Mobile network, though, text messages don't have cell site location. It's routed through the network, but they don't tell you which tower it was using. So now we're looking at calls and data sessions.
I got you. So with text messages, we're more limited on T-Mobile.
Yes, sir. And now we're looking at the phone number 901-236-1625, which belongs to Justin Johnson. And from 1 a.m. to 2:35 a.m., this device accessed a tower. Now this is where we're talking about the shaded area. The shaded area is just showing which direction the antenna was broadcasting its radio signals. It just happened to cover the crosstown, which you see. I dropped a pin in there to denote the location of the crosstown. So that device was accessing that tower, and of course it was providing coverage for that location from 1 a.m. to 2:35 a.m.
And so let me ask a couple things here. First of all, it's almost impossible to see from where they're sitting. But this red dot here is the crosstown concourse?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you say from 1 a.m. to 2:35. Does that mean is one phone call that lasts an hour and 35 minutes?
No, sir. The transactions that were recorded, the events, the calls are on the next slide.
Okay, very good. Switch to the next one.
And you can only map the data if it's there. So if there's a transaction that doesn't have a latitude and a longitude, we can't map it. So what we're looking at is what I could map. And there were 12 different events, like mobile outgoing incoming calls, between 1 a.m. and 2:35 a.m. And all of those access that tower during that time frame.
I got you. So here's a list of calls, incoming and outgoing, and the ones that we have information on all hit that tower that covers crosstown?
Yes, sir.
And is it fair to say you would not be able to say if that phone is on the 8th floor of the concourse or the 2nd floor of the concourse?
No way to know, sir.
Wouldn't be able to say whether or not it's inside concourse or in the parking lot?
No way to know.
Wouldn't be able to say if it's in the parking lot concourse or the street to the north or the south, the east, or the west?
No, sir. No way.
But in the area of the crosstown concourse?
Yes, sir.
Between 1 a.m. and 2:35 a.m.?
Yes, sir. So this slide that you're looking at here, at 3:17 and 1800 of a second a.m., the device accessed a tower on the T-Mobile network, tower number 65667. Sector 2 with an azimuth of 180. That just means it hit the south antenna of that tower. And that was an outgoing call going to 901-210-0852, and it lasted 1 minute and 43 seconds. And that tower provides coverage for the area of the Valero gas station.
All right, we're talking about entirely the separate area of Memphis, right?
Yes, sir.
So-
The University of Memphis area.
University of Memphis is right here.
And then somebody said, who is this? 615 Mo. He said also someone said they gonna raid Russell Simmons' spot because of Angela. And then he said he don't even live in the United States anymore. Right.
To the Valero station, is that what's marked? Here.
It's the green pin? Yes,
Green
sir.
pen, green pen.
Yes, sir.
The green pen here, it's Valero station. And we're so far away from crosstown that this is not on this map. Is that
It is
right?
not, no, sir.
It's going to be...
Yo, that is crazy. Why did he move to Bali? He's been living in Bali since 2018. So I've been living in Bali since 2018. Russell Simmons, I've been living in Bali since 2018, which is where I intend to remain for at least 9 years before I move to Bali. I lived in California as a California resident. I paid California resident taxes in the years immediately prior to moving to Bali. Currently, I pay California non-resident tax. Bro, you gotta pay a California tax even when you're not a resident in... Yo, y'all be like, nah, bro. Like, I never want to live in California ever, bro. Like, ever. Like, I don't know how y'all be living there. Like, why would you want to, like, live in California, bro? Like, let me see if they got extradition to the United States. Because Diddy should have went there. All right, Bali extradition. The U.S. and Bali do not have an extradition treaty. But there is precedent for them sending American fugitives back over here. So what? But they don't have an extradition treaty, but there is precedent for them sending fugitives back over here. What? So like, I mean, Russell, what you said extradition shall be granted on the basis of a treaty and the absence of a treaty. Extradition may be granted on the basis of good relationships. So, I mean, he could still be, like, extradited if he did something wrong. It says extradition means surrender by the state to another state which requests to surrender. No, we're not talking about that, bro. Let's go to Bali. No treaty, but they can, like, in good faith, extradite.
Up and over here somewhere, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Yo, y'all about to get me locked up, bro. Why am I listening to y'all? Bro, we listening to this TBI officer dude talk about. No, y'all trying to get me locked up, bro. We listening to this TBI dude talk about they can go through all of our phones and find out everything we've been looking up. Y'all just made me look up extradition treaty, bro. And y'all just made me look up Bali. Oh my God, bro. Y'all about to have me up there, bro. Y'all trying to play me. My chat trying to play me, man.
And that highlighted road right there,
615 said, remember back then when he got mixed up in the Me Too movement? Yeah, Russell Simmons did. He did get mixed up in a lot of stuff. 615 said, also someone said they're going to rate Russell Simmons' spot because of Angela. Like, man, y'all trying to get me in trouble, bro. I'm not looking up nothing bad. Now that I see
was the data that I mapped. That's from the records, and it was, that was that outgoing call to 210-0852. It lasted for a minute and 43 seconds.
At 3:17 a.m.
Yes, sir.
At that time, the device is in an area with the tower that includes the Valera gas station, Apartment Island.
Yes, sir. And at 4:49 a.m., the device accessed another T-Mobile tower, 65695, sector 64, azimuth 300, just facing kind of north-northeast, with an outgoing call to 901-728-2851, and that call lasted for 21 seconds. And that tower is just south of the crosstown concourse that I have a pin dropped. Yes, sir.
Is this the green thing, Carl? Yeah. The green here is crosstown?
Yes, sir.
Is this a same tower or different tower as before when it phones in the area crosstown?
That is a different tower.
Nah, bro. Regina, hey, 615 trying to get me caught up.
Does that mean necessarily that the phone's not in the same place as it was before?
It just, that tower provides coverage for the crosstown sectors of the tower before, sir.
Okay, so the coverage for crosstown is going to be more than one tower?
Yes, sir.
Okay, with both of these, the tower we saw before and the tower we just saw could provide coverage to crosstown?
It could, yes, sir.
Okay.
And this was the transaction that I mapped the outgoing call to 728-2851 that lasted 21 seconds. Then we go from 4:49 a.m. The next information that I could map was not.
All right, so they just came out with information, right? So it's breaking news. The cause of the person passing away, Fat Man Scoop, has been revealed. So it says that he passed as a result of hypertensive and atherosclerotic cardiovascular disease, a combination of high blood pressure and a buildup of plaque within his arteries. That's what they're saying.
Until 9:56 a.m. later that morning, and there was an outgoing call to 901-728-2851 that lasted for 94 seconds, and that call access tower 11903 with a sector 3 azimuth 260 facing west, kind of southwest, angled down, and that tower provides coverage for the crosstown concourse that I have a pin dropped. It's inside the shaded area as well.
That's at 9:56 a.m.?
Yes, sir. And this was the transaction that I mapped out. And then there were two other calls that connected to that tower. Two outgoing calls, 404-662-8744 that lasted 69 seconds. And then 888-111-2663 that lasted 66 seconds. And according to the service codes from the provider,
Hey, y'all,
042
hold on.
51, that initial call.
Hey, did we see that part like on day 2 of the whole situation, right? So it says Jamarcus Johnson took the stand against his brother. Justin, he pleaded guilty to accessory after the fact, but has yet to be sentenced and is facing 6 to 12 years in prison. Like, I don't know, man. This is crazy. Hey, but this dude talking about these phone records is kind of boring, bro. Like, I'm not about to keep listening to him talking about phone records. Like, okay, we get it, man. Like, you know what you're talking about. Like, you know what you're talking about. A lot of what you're talking about, bro. Like, we get all that, man. Like, no, I ain't about to. This dude bugging. All right, so let's just see. Let's go to their home. Cause day 2, right? Yo, they clever with how they do it. Y'all see this? It's just like they stream it live and that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can't go back and find everything. The only thing I think they could, hold on, let's see.
Recorder panel marked D.
All right, day 2. This is day 2. All right, I want to go and see, because I might have missed this. Because his brother took the stand against him. Oh, bruh. Yeah, we missed this, y'all.
Sorry.
Where were you going?
Off Redwood in the mile.
And Trayon was just taking it.
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you think when he was going to trade his nice bought and paid for Mercedes-Benz for an Infiniti Q40?
This is big. That's what I thought.
Let me ask you this. Listen. For Trayon and you riding around in this Benz that you thought he bought and paid for, didn't carjack to get it. What did you think when he was riding around with 2 pistols and a Draco in the back?
Text is me.
Because that's what he had, right? A Draco-style assault rifle.
I can't tell. I just know he had some type of weapon.
Well, you called it a Draco when you interviewed with law enforcement.
Yeah, it should be.
Right, so that's what it was. And some pistols, right?
It was like more than it was plenty gun in the car.
And that's what you and Trayon were riding around with.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. At least November 16th, 2021, were you a felon?
No, sir.
What about Trayon?
I can't tell.
You don't know?
No, sir.
Well, when you get to Bradley that night, why do you have to go out and drive the Mercedes?
They were trying to told me to do pump gas and drive it around. But I didn't even know we was going to give it to the truck. I just know when we came around, when I got done pumping gas, we all pulled off, came back around through the store again, and we gave it to him. I didn't know why, I didn't know what he did it for, I just know he gave it to him.
And the only time you've been in the car was that night? That Mercedes?
No, sir.
You've been in it before? How many times?
Twice, 3 times. Just wanted to get the ride when I called Trion.
What about, did you ever have to get anything out of the trunk for him? Or did you just get in the front seats and, into the passenger seat, in and out?
Yeah, my wallet.
You had to get your wallet out of the trunk?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the trunk. It was in the car.
Okay. What about the trunk? Did you ever go in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never went in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never touched the trunk?
No, sir.
Do you know, well, you knew there was tags from multiple states in that trunk of that car, right?
No, sir.
You got any change of tags that night?
No, sir.
Okay.
I have no idea what the tag was trying to do. I didn't even know nothing about this. One thing I did was get in the car and go places that I wanted him to take.
Yeah, he nervous. His legs like swaying back and forth. I mean, but he is in court. Like, this is an awkward situation. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to be comfortable in court. I'm going to be looking like, wondering like, because he don't know if they're trying to jam him up on something. Like, he don't, but then he's finding out he can be facing like 6 to 12 years. And so he probably like super nervous. Like, he's not just a regular witness. You know what I mean? I don't think like him, he's like a regular. Oh yeah, he might be just a, okay. Yeah, because the other dude comes up next. All right, that's what's up.
You said you thought Trayon had bought that Mercedes, right?
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't know where he got it from.
I think earlier you said you thought he bought it. He had a job.
Yeah, I just said he got a job. I didn't say he bought it.
Okay.
I said I know where he got it from.
Because you knew him to steal cars too, didn't you?
No, sir.
You didn't tell police that you knew Trayon took a stolen Infiniti and a Challenger?
No, sir.
Remember I told y'all earlier, like, if you got a Charger or one of them cars, like, it's a wrap. Like, they taking Infinities and all that at the light. Like, nah, man.
One time I can say is I told him we got it finished. We ain't have no Challenger. I don't know nothing about no Challenger, but
Okay.
where did you come from?
So, if the police have a report from your interview and it says that, they just got it wrong.
Yeah, it seems like.
Okay. Now, when you first got interviewed by...
Bro, you came to court in some Crocs. In Crocs, bruh. Oh, man. Do these dudes have parents?
The cops in this case, you told them you'd never been in that Mercedes, right?
One time I told him I'd never been in the Mercedes when Dolph died. I didn't have no idea what happened. I told him I was in the Mercedes, but we wanted to get a ride. That's all I told him.
All right. You didn't tell them. What about Valero? They asked you if you'd ever been to Valero.
They showed me the pictures of me at Valero. That's when I told them that's where when the day we gave it the trial.
Right. But before they showed you that picture, you said you had never been at the gas station, Valero gas station in Highland.
I didn't even want to tell them nothing really, because I didn't have no dealing with it.
You even were shown a picture of yourself pumping gas and said you didn't know who that person was, right?
Yes, sir.
This dude's showing a picture of himself pumping gas and tells him that it's not him. Yo, this is crazy.
I asked earlier if you knew, you say that it's Justin Johnson got that Mercedes. You said, did you ever know why Justin Johnson was getting the Mercedes or Straight Drop was getting it? You said no, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's not what you told the police when you were interviewed again on November 29, 2001. Right.
Interrogated me.
And during your questioning, interrogation, whatever you want to call it, you told them that Drop said he needed the Mercedes-Benz to slide up on his baby mama.
That's what the comment was when he got it for sure.
All right. So earlier you said you were asked directly, did he ever tell you why he needed it, why he wanted it, what he was going to do with it?
That was the comment he made.
Okay. So he, according to you, he did tell you.
He didn't tell me that just the comment that was made. I wasn't in none of their business. I don't know now one of them, so I wasn't in their business. I was just sitting in the car doing what I was doing.
And this person you're saying Straight Drop during this interaction, what did you see him do at Valero?
Get in the car. When we got there, we got some gas. After we got some gas, we were trailed in the Audi and the Infiniti and the Benz. When we got done getting some gas, we rolled out. We came back through the store lot at the air pump, and that's when we traded cars.
Now, after you heard Dolph got killed, you called Trayon, right?
No, sir.
You didn't?
I was with you, and the days off that he dropped me off. And we asked him, did he have anything to do with Dolph being dead? Because if he did, we're not going to be around him. It's simple.
Well, you told detectives that you had a conversation with Trayon after the homicide and stated that you called him.
No, sir.
That's not true?
I was with him on the day of. He dropped me off in Raleigh in the Infiniti.
All right. And you told Trayon, according to what you told them at the time, that people were trying to put your name in as one of the shooters in Dolph's murder.
Yeah, that was for sure.
When was this conversation?
The day after me recognizing that Dolph was dead, and the day after that we recognized that the car we were just in that had something to do with Dolph.
And you already knew the day after he's killed, that people are putting your name in it.
It's my family. Like, they know what car we were just in. Like,
Who's your family? When you say your family,
Dolph people, like Dolph, like they're my family.
Can you explain that to me a little bit more? Are they your blood relatives?
Yes, sir.
How are y'all related?
Cousins.
Okay. And you're saying the family would have known that you were driving around in that white Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
How would they have known that?
We was calling them, letting them know when we got the van.
You called Dolph's family.
No, we called people that were related.
Who'd you call?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell? You don't know?
They're not in it.
Who'd you call?
Can't tell. Treon did all the calls.
I thought you just said you called them. They're your family.
They is. But Treon did all the calls.
But why is he calling Dolph's family?
He trying to get it. He trying to get the car going.
Why would Dolph's
Treon calling Dolph.
family know how to get the car going?
It ain't just Dolph family. There was plenty of people that we were trying to get the car to.
Well, you just said it was Dolph's family. Who you were calling. That's who we're talking about, Mr. Garner.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you stole the car, and back again. You said earlier you didn't even know that the car was stolen.
Why you keep saying I stole the car?
Why are you trying to get the car going if you didn't steal it?
I didn't steal it, but Treon trying to get the car going.
So Treon stole it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why is he trying to get rid of the car? If he bought it.
I can't tell you, and I didn't say he bought it. I didn't know where he got it from.
So you're in a car, however Treon got it. That you're calling, you say, Dolph family.
Hey, yo, 615 said this MF said I can't tell while on the stand. I know, right? Like, bruh.
Before he's killed. To try to get rid of the car, for whatever reason.
It was way before Dolph was even in the thing dealing with Dolph. Like, we've been trying to get the car down. Like, it was way before it didn't have nothing to do the day of, the day after, the day before, none of it. It was way before when he picked me up. The first time he picked me up, he was trying to get the car down. I didn't get in his business. It's not my business. I'm just getting in here to get a ride.
What's way before? Let's start there. It was way before Dolph was killed.
Yeah.
How far before?
About a week or so.
All right, and you're saying that's way before.
Yes.
But Treon, according to you, is
He said, is his lawyer going to object to anything?
calling Dolph's family. And Treon's not related to Dolph too, is he?
It's just not Dolph's family. You got to realize everybody grew up with each other. So everybody know everybody. It's Memphis. Everybody know everybody.
Well, sorry, I'll let you finish.
When he got done calling them, they didn't want to get it. They didn't have nothing to do with it. So, man, I guess he did what he did and gave it a try. I don't know. I can't tell you why he gave it, where he did it from.
But you're concerned immediately when Dolph ends up murdered because you know that you or Treon, one of the two of you, has reached out to Dolph's family and tried to unload a white Mercedes. Right? Which is in the video, driving away.
Like my fault, but why you keep saying it was just Dolph's family? Like I told you, it was multiple people he was trying to sell the car to.
Yo, can somebody get this dude some cheese? Hey, FYBJ, man, this dude needs the cheese, bro. He need the cheese.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You won't tell us who it was. I've asked you that too.
I went through that. They have nothing to do with me.
You said
talking about me giving the car to Trump. I ain't have nothing to do with other stuff.
unfortunately, you don't get to pick and choose, Mr. Garner, on what you answer and what you don't. The judge gets to decide that, not you.
Yes, sir.
But it's like, why are you trying to get rid of the car that he just got?
And you're concerned. And the day after, because maybe not the only people, but you've interacted, as you said.
Get him some government cheese. Because he up here. He ratting.
A lot of people, some of which were your family, which you've identified as Dolph's family, with that car. And your name is in it. Right? Same car that's got as luck would have it,
Subscribe to the channel, y'all. Shout out.
a Draco in it.
And stop playing with me, bro. Subscribe to the channel. Like, what's y'all problem, man? Like, stop playing, man.
Why is he trying to get rid of the car? If he bought it.
I can't tell you, and I didn't say he bought it. I didn't know where he got it from.
Yeah, but why is he trying to get, bro? You not about to, like, you one of them dudes, bro, that just be lying, man. Why is he trying to get rid of a car that he just got? I don't know why he's trying to get rid of the car. You need to be charged too. You want to play games? You think this is a game? This is court, bro. He need to go too. Did you not see what they did? I don't care that they your friends.
So you're in a car, however Trayon got it, that you're calling, you say, Dolph's family.
Stop playing with me, bro. Y'all stop playing. Hey, y'all know. No, bro. Huh? Y'all tell me no, bro. He said Angry Man is live, like reacting to it. No, Angry Man but not be live, bro. Hold on, bro. He better not be like, no, he not, bro. You trying to play me? He ain't live, man.
Before he's killed, to try to get rid of the car, for whatever reason.
It was way before Dolph was even in the thing dealing with Dolph. Like, we've been trying to get the car down. Like, it was way before it didn't have nothing to do the day of, the day after, the day before, none of it. It was way before when he picked me up. The first time he picked me up, he was trying to get the car down. I didn't get in his business, it's not my business. I'm just in there to get a ride.
What's way before? Let's start there. It was way before Dolph was killed.
Yeah.
How far before?
About a week or two.
All right, and you're saying that's way before.
Yes.
But Trayon, according to you, is calling Dolph's family. And Trayon's not related to Dolph too, is he?
It's just not Dolph's family. You got to realize everybody grew up with each other. So everybody know everybody. It's Memphis. Everybody know everybody.
Well,
Sorry.
I'll let you finish.
He got done calling them. They didn't want to get it. They didn't have nothing to do with it. So, man, I guess he did what he did. He gave it a drop. I don't know. I can't tell you why he gave it, what he did it for.
But you're concerned immediately when Dolph ends up murdered, because you know that you or Trayon, one of the two of you, has reached out to Dolph's family and tried to unload a white Mercedes, right? Which is in the video, driving away.
Like my fault, but why you keep saying it was just Dolph's family? Like I told you, it was multiple people he was trying to sell the car to.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You won't tell us.
You see how he trying to get smart? Oh, why you keep saying it's Dolph family? I told you it was. I said it was multiple people, bro. If he was in the street, bro, he would have pulled out the blade. Why you keep asking me that? Like he would have did that. He need to go to jail too.
Who it was? I've asked you that too.
I want you that they have nothing to do with me.
You said
talking about me giving the car to the truck. I ain't have nothing to do with those things.
Unfortunately, you don't get to pick and choose, Mr. Garner, on what you answer and what you don't. The judge gets to decide that, not you.
Yes, sir.
And you're concerned, and the day after, because maybe not the only people, but you've interacted, as you said, a lot of people, some of which were your family, which you've identified as Dolph's family, with that car, and your name is in it, right? Same car that's got, as luck would have it, a Draco in it, and two pistols. At least, you said a bunch, but at least 2 pistols, right?
Can y'all stop calling it a Draco? Like what? The hood is so influential. They got them in court calling it a Draco.
There's a lot of witnesses.
And you're immediately concerned, right? Because you think, oh no.
Now, when Dolph died, and I seen them Mercedes on the news, of course, man, who not finna call them if I'm in this car and they just did it like, I ain't finna act like I didn't out here. Yeah, I called them.
Well, you called them. You called them because somebody said you were.
Like, bro, like in the streets, like, don't y'all like don't say nothing? Don't y'all, ain't that the thing? Like, yo, if we get jammed up and they start, you know, we not testifying, we not saying nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of dudes will get on the stand and yap away and not know when to stop. Dolph said this, like, you know what I mean? Like, people go get, you know what I'm saying? Like, people will get on the stand and talk, like, you know what I mean? It just how people are.
Involved.
Most of the people I call, like, yeah, like, what's going on? Like, and me not knowing about it, like, why I'm in this car, like, y'all put me in something that I don't even supposed to be in, really.
And this was the day after.
Yes.
This is before you ever even come on the scene. Like, you're not picked up by law enforcement yet. You're not talking to the cops. That doesn't happen to
This
you.
came, man, right after Dolph died. Like, it came a couple days after, like, so it was nothing. I already knew that I was gonna get picked up regardless. As soon as I said that, I got picked up from nothing.
And started lying right then. Right? Trying to hide your involvement.
Just thought, like, I wouldn't want to be in this, like, knowing I ain't got nothing to do with it. There wasn't no lie, it was for real. Like, I ain't have nothing to do with it. It ain't no lie. I don't. So why would I go tell them something that I don't have nothing to do with? I don't have nothing to do with.
So, we learned today, you've had quite a bit to do.
How to tell.
That's all the questions I've got.
Redirect.
I've got no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Hold up.
Are you next witness?
Wait 1 second, I already got stipulation that we'd like to go ahead and read to the record. We'll get the stipulation read to the record, Your Honor, and then you can get.
Unreal, man.
Jury's not in into the courtroom, Your Honor.
Hey, y'all remember when, Dolph said everybody screaming gang, gang, gang. When them folks come, you gonna tell on the whole gang. Like, bruh. That's what they doing. When them folks come, you gonna tell on the whole gang. That's what it is, bro. 100 shots. He talked about all of this, bro. Everybody screaming gang, gang, gang. Them folks coming, you gonna tell on the whole gang. He said it, bro.
All right. State, call your next witness.
Jamarcus Johnson.
Step this way, sir. Stand right here. Raise your right hand facing yonder.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am, that's fine.
Have a seat.
Make sure you focus on
All right, can you tell me your name, please?
Jamarcus Johnson.
All right, I'm going to have you look out toward me and speak up so I can hear you. Okay.
Jamarcus Johnson.
And can you spell the first and last name for the record?
J-E-R-M-A-R-C-U-S.
And then Johnson.
J-O-H-N-S-O-N.
We just have to do that for the court reporter. It's a legal thing. Now, Mr. Johnson, you are actually charged in this case. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
You are charged with taking possession of some of your brother's property after the Dolph killing, and for aiding him to communicate with another man by the name of Cornelius Smith after the Dolph killing. Okay? You have an attorney for that case, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And he's actually in the courtroom today.
Yes, sir.
You have pled guilty to being an accessory after the fact. Several counts of that offense for taking control over.
Dude, they got this dude with 7 counts of being an accessory.
The car your brother was driving afterwards, for taking control over.
See, that's the thing, man. Like, people just want to, this is your brother. You kind of want to help him, but y'all got to be thinking, man, like, you commit something dumb like that, like, yeah, you might be my brother, bro, but do not call me for that. Like, I could see if it's like, an honorable situation, like let's just say you don't have the right to carry, right? But you got one in the car, you know what I'm saying? And something happened that's out of your brother's control, and he just gotta let off. And he, you know what I'm saying? They looking for him, and he's at just, you know what I'm saying? Some things I'll help you. But if it's something like this, man, you better not call me. I ain't getting wrapped up in none of this. Like, nah.
A phone that your brother had afterwards, and for helping him by using the phone communicate with Cornelius Smith. Is that right? And you've entered a guilty plea to those offenses, but you have not been sentenced yet. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Meaning that a judge has not had a hearing and told you what your sentence is going to be. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Have I told you that it's a very good idea for you to tell the truth, and that the truth could help you at whatever sentencing you have one day?
Yes, sir.
Now this building and this system is new to you, isn't it? Had you ever
I need you to say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
She's recording.
Okay.
Thank you.
had you ever been arrested before this case?
No, sir.
Ever been to 201 Papa for court cases and stuff like this before this case? This was the first time.
Yes, sir.
And it's the only time.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you about your brother, Justin Johnson, okay? Do you see him in the courtroom?
Yes, sir.
Can you point him out and tell me what he's wearing?
Wearing a gray sweater.
Okay, is he seated here behind these two attorneys? Could the record reflect he's identified as brother Justin Johnson?
Record so reflects he's identified the defendant in court today.
Now, how old are you, Jamarcus?
27.
And how old is your brother?
I think he's 25.
25? Okay. Is he your full brother?
We got the same dad, different mom.
Okay. Same dad, different mother, so half brother or whatever. As y'all grew up, did y'all actually grow up together in the same house every day?
No, sir.
You've described sort of how often you would see your brother Justin. I liken it to something like me and my cousins or something. Does that sound about right?
Yes, sir.
So you grew up in a different household than your brother.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
But you would see your brother from time to time? Is that,
Yes, sir.
would you see him at family stuff? Or,
Younger, yeah.
when you were younger? Okay. Like cousins or something? Okay. I want to take you back to 2021, okay? November of 2021. Now, did you even know who Dolph was?
I'm a rapper, yeah.
A rapper, okay. So you knew Dolph was a rapper?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Jose Solo said, "Oh, half brother, he definitely snitching on him." Randy said, he said, I am back. I am hiding from my boss. What I miss?" Hey, Randy, you at work? Yo, you funny, bruh.
Okay. Did you have anything to do with some sort of plan on the front end to kill Dolph?
No, sir.
Is that anything that you would ever be involved in?
No, sir.
Any sort of plan to kill other PRE? Do you know that? Do you know what PRE is?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any plan to kill the other PRE artists or anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay. In 2021, about how often would you talk or communicate with your brother Justin?
Like every other week.
Like every other week?
Yes, sir.
In 2021, about how many times do you think you saw him that whole year?
Like 2 or 3 times.
Okay. So in all of 2021, you would have seen him 2 or 3 times.
Yes, sir.
Does that sound about right? And you would have talked to him maybe once a week or every 2 weeks. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. And again, just because a court reporter, like when you nod your head, I know I know it, but we got a court reporter, okay? All right. So it'd be fair to say that y'all were not close.
Yeah. We were close, but we didn't talk all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, stuff going on. I got my stuff going on.
Okay. Were his friends your friends?
No, sir.
Okay. So did you know the people he hung out with?
No, sir.
Did you know, for instance, Treon Ingram?
Then you're not close.
No, sir.
That name mean anything at all to you?
No, sir.
Okay. Where were you living?
Hey, Stanley said, "I'm definitely at work at the desk." Yo, dude.
The Auburn apartment.
So we're talking about what area of Memphis?
East Memphis.
So you were living in East Memphis.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for people that are not from here,
Hey, yo, it said the OBS disconnected and it reconnected. Is it clear? Can y'all hear me? They trying to play me. YouTube trying to play me, bro. They don't want y'all to see what's going on, man.
there's downtown.
Yes, sir.
Is that correct? There's Midtown that is next to downtown that includes Crosstown.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, cool.
There's South Memphis, there's North Memphis,
Yes, sir.
and then there's East Memphis.
Yes, sir.
And you were living out in East Memphis.
Yes, sir.
Who are you living with?
I live with my mom and 2 sisters.
Okay, and
my
did you,
son. Yeah.
you have a son, is that correct?
Yo, these girls out here, what is y'all doing having kids with dudes like that? He said, I live with my mom and 2 sisters and my son. Like, what? I mean, things happen. You know what I mean? But these girls don't be thinking out here, man.
And you have custody of your son. How old is your son?
Hey, he talking about, do I sleep? Yes, I sleep. Then I wake up and I stream. You want me in the streets like them? Nah, I got like 2 weeks off work. I told y'all about that. I'm supposed to be on a Carnival cruise. I went to New Orleans. You know what I'm saying? I talked about that in a whole nother blog. I went to New Orleans. I ended up missing the cruise. The girl I was with, she kept like wanting to stop at like different places. We missed the cruise. So I stayed in New Orleans for like 3 days, but I'm home. But I still got mad time off before I go back to work. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just enjoying streaming because I haven't been like if you watch my YouTube, I haven't really been, I might drop like 3 or 4 blogs a week. You know what I mean? And, people always asking for me to stream or talk about like entertainment and things that's going on. So now I have time to do that. So I'm doing that, utilizing my time to do it.
Yeah.
And man, we got like, hey, y'all subscribe to the channel. We got like 535 subscribers in 2 days. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to y'all for subscribing and liking the videos. Share the videos out if y'all can.
And were you working back in 2021?
Yes, sir.
Where were you working?
I was working at Disney warehouse.
Okay, the Disney warehouse. All right. Trying to support your son
Yes, sir.
and living in those apartments with your mom and your sisters.
Yes, sir.
Did there come a time after Dolph was killed that your brother Justin got in contact with you?
Another thing, man, like I got 30,000 views. Like this video has got 30,000 views. Like we've been live for like a couple hours or something. Like it got 30,000 views on it. And the watch time is like crazy. Like people been on here. So I mean, what you want me to do? Talk about a battle rap blog? You know what I'm saying? Drop a 10-minute blog, and that'd be that. You know what I'm saying? I get like 2 subscribers off of that, maybe 10. I'm interested. I'm gonna watch it anyway, right? So if I'm at home, this is like my house is over. You know what I'm saying, over there. This is just like my game room and everything. Let me see if I can show y'all, like real quick. This is like my movies and what I'm saying, all of that, my games and all of that. This is where I am, like where I do like YouTube and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got the, all that. You know what I'm saying? Like everything. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to me. You know what I mean? But like, this is like my gaming PC and all. This is just like where I stream at, bro. Like my house, like I got like a big house like over there. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm done, I go in the house, chill. You know what I mean? Set all the security alarms and everything in here because my games and stuff is in here. And then I go in the house and I chill. So but when I'm in the house, I'm probably gonna be watching to see what's going on. So I might as well do it with y'all. Why not?
Yes, sir.
What was it about?
About bringing me a rental car.
About bringing you a rental car. Now, had you asked him for a car or anything?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, this room is just, hey, Desi Banks, shout out to you. This room is just for gaming. You know what I mean? Like I got like my, I got like a theater and stuff set up. This is I got like, I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a MRX 1140. It's an Anthem receiver. The receiver's like $4,200. Those are the R700 Polk speakers. I got the new LG G4 TV. I got like, what I'm saying, Atmos speakers all around, you know what I mean? So like if I want to watch movies out here, whatever I can. I got like security and stuff like all out, what I'm saying, wild cameras and stuff. So this is just like if I want to get away from the house, I'm tired of being in the house. I just want to go to a different area. I got either blog in the house or I could do it in here. You know what I'm saying? So it's so like when my kids is home, cause they in high school, so they get out like mad early. So if they come home, I don't like you know, I don't want to tell my kids like, oh, be quiet so I can blog. You know, I think that's crazy. I would be mad if I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you want to relax, you want to be home, you want to be, you know what I'm saying? Home is supposed to be a good spot, like a good space. You know what I mean? Like, you don't want your kids to not want to be home and enjoy themselves. You see what I'm saying? And the blog is not that important. I could just go out to my, you know what I'm saying, the studio, whatever I got, and just do a blog. Or just go in the house and do it, you know what I mean, whatever. But I want them to, when they come home, to just relax, you know, because I don't want any tension being created to where they thinking like, you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like they, you know, oh, I got to go home and dad might tell me to be quiet so he can make a video. You know, I don't want none of that. You know what I'm saying? I want them to want to be home. That's what it is. And why not?
So this is, do you know what out of the blue means? Would this be something sort of out of the blue?
Somebody said you got a crib behind the crib, Diddy. Hey, man, hey, chill, man. Chill out, man. You gonna have Gene Deal making a video. Like, chill, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't never been to no white party or nothing. You know what I mean? Chill out, man. Yo, stall me out, bro. Hey, he trying to play me, bro. He trying to play me, man. Hey, I ain't got take that. I ain't go none of them parties, bro. Y'all trying to play me. Hey, X. Hey, Zenith, they trying to play me, man. The chat getting crazy. Y'all was crazy in the last stream. Y'all was getting crazy. Y'all was out here like exposing everybody and going there. Y'all like, Piper Boy, look up this. Like, look, cause look up this on Meek Mill. Look up this on Diddy. Look up this on this person. Y'all was exposing. The chat be crazy, man. We try to be professional and watch a young dog, the trial situation. Next thing I know, y'all trying to say I'm at a white party. The chat is crazy. Help me, YouTube. The chat is crazy.
He knew I didn't have a car.
Okay, your brother would have known you didn't have a car.
Yeah, he knew I didn't have a car.
Okay. And was not having a car hard for you?
Yes, sir.
Who had to drive you to the warehouse?
I had to get rides from different people.
You had to get rides. Okay. So your brother, is this after Dolph was killed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Calls you about giving you a car.
Yes, sir.
Does this sound good to you?
Yes, sir.
All right. What happens after the phone call?
I was getting out from work.
I'm about to get off here and play Xbox, bro. Y'all not about to have, bro. If I see Hip Hop DX and somebody posting, it's Piper Boy Williams at a Diddy party. I know something. We on the same side, bro. Y'all gotta chill, man. But like, nah, he got two houses. Like, nah. Then he sent him some money. Like, no, bro, chill out.
He was gonna come and bring me the car so I can get back and forth to work. Cause you know I be getting car so.
Okay. And did he in fact do that?
Yes, sir.
Where did he?
And like an hour later, took me to the office.
Like an hour later? At your apartment complex? Okay. What kind of car did he arrive in?
It was a white Chrysler.
Okay. Do you know what a Chrysler 200 or 300 looks like?
I think it was a 300.
Okay. Oh, they look similar, 200, 300, right? Yeah, I was just asking, does it look like one of those things?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is he driving that car?
Yes, sir.
Does he have anybody with him?
There was some people in the truck.
What kind of truck is it?
I really don't know.
What color was the truck?
It was white.
A white truck? You say truck, you mean like a pickup?
Yo, this dude is talking way too much. Like, yo, what kind of truck is it? It was a white truck? Oh, yeah. Like man, like, bruh. You know what? Because I think he's facing like 6 to 12 years for being an accessory. So they probably told him, look, you got 7 charges on you right now. We gonna put you on this stand and you not gonna plead the 5th on nothing, right? Do you want the max amount of time up in here? No? Then you go get on that stand and we gonna ask you some questions, and we want an answer to every question that we gonna ask you. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. And he up here telling.
Truck, or do you mean like a big SUV?
It was a
big SUV.
Big SUV? Okay. Do you know who the people were in the white SUV with him were?
Hey, yo, it's crazy you said that. Hey, Lucky Herbert, he said snitching is at an all-time high, bro. Like, I don't know if y'all was in my last blog, but, bro, I almost snitched, bro. Like, let me tell y'all. Like, let me show y'all again, bro. Let me turn this down because I know it's loud. Bro, when I was in New Orleans for vacation, when I missed the whole Carnival cruise and they left without me, you know what I'm saying? Like, I kicked it in New Orleans. I went to Bourbon Street. This dude, this is why I'm kind of upset with criminals right now. That's why I'm kind of riding with the prosecutor. This dude all up on my Tesla, bro. And I'm looking, I'm like, why is this dude all up on my Tesla? And I parked, you got to think about this. I parked away. They got like 3 different parking lots, right? One parking lot had a bunch of cars. I made sure I parked away from nobody. Because the further south you go, the more they hit your car with doors and ding your car up. You see what I'm saying? It's normally how it is. So like with this car, like, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to like park around nobody. I park away from everybody, right? I come out and my car is saying, criminal, criminal, criminal. I look at the screen and I'm seeing this criminal. Hey, New Orleans, what y'all doing? Like, why is this criminal all up on my car, bro? I just washed my car and everything. Look at him, bro. Look at the police lights. He touching all of my car with his fingerprints. He touching all of my car running from the police. Y'all criminals be doing too much, man. Who is this? When I tell you I was so mad when I seen this, I was looking for cops. I'm about to tell on somebody, like, you know how the cops be like, they just be pulling up random, but I'm like, do you want to know something, cop? They like, no, man, I ain't got time for that, man. I was about to tell like, I was about to snitch on this dude, bruh. You not about to be like, bruh, you got the 24, you got the varsity 24. That's a fire jacket. Like, bruh. That's what y'all, if you committing an offense, stay away from a Tesla. Have y'all not learned? Didn't y'all see that dude in Florida when they did the hit job on the dude in Florida that passed Fulio? That was recorded on the Tesla. Why do y'all keep committing situations next to Teslas? Don't y'all understand that's the wrong car to commit a situation around? I got 4 cameras. So one of the cameras like caught the dude coming up to the car. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like put that on Twitter. But it's like, bro, like, don't be around Teslas when you committing situations, bro. And don't be putting your fingerprint. Bro, if I wanted to be petty, I could have went straight to the precinct and be like, this is where he touched on my car. His fingerprints is right there. Get them fingerprints off my car. I could have did that to him. If I was a Karen or a Ken, it would have been a wrap. They would have found him. I'm joking about telling him, you know what I'm saying? But I could have did that. He running from the pole. So y'all be careful, like, when y'all out here.
Okay, what happens when he gets there?
Stay away from Teslas if you're gonna do that.
Tell me you outside.
Okay.
Go outside, get in the car.
And subscribe to the channel. What is y'all doing, man? Do y'all not like me or something? We got 30,000 views on this video. Why is it? Oh, y'all did subscribe. My bad. Let me shut up. My bad.
He had 2 bombs. Okay, so
Yo, I'm talking to the subscribers only. Why y'all ain't subscribed? I'm still lit off of them Bourbon Street, like the what was they called? The Hulk Hogan's. The hand grenades. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. New Orleans, I'm not drinking that stuff no more, bro. I had 2 hand grenade drinks. Pause. Bro, if I said that in a battle rap blog like that, yo, like they drinks, chill in New Orleans. They call hand, bro, I had 2 of them. When I tell you, cause I'm a lightweight, bro. I don't, like, give me 2 Millers and I'm done, or 2 something, like, I'm done. So I'm like, and I barely ever, like, even that. So when I'm out there and I'm thinking, I'm like, oh, this ain't nothing, this ain't nothing, this ain't nothing. And the lady that sold them to me, she kind of looking like, yeah, all right. Like, who you think you is looking at me like that? Who you think you is? You think I can't drink this? Man, when I tell you, I was up on the wall like, did she put some ketamine in here? Like, what? Hey, I'm telling you, stay away from, if you don't have a high tolerance, stay away from New Orleans, the NOLA. Stay away from there. I'm thinking, hey, what's the voodoo lady name? Marie Levy or something like that. I'm like, did the voodoo lady just resurface? LeBeau, did she get me? New Orleans is crazy, bro. You said every store in New Orleans, shout out to us. You know what I mean? Like that. Y'all don't play. Like if you like in Nashville and you get a drink, bro, it's watered down. It ain't nothing like New Orleans. New Orleans is like, they just take the whole, like, if you say, all right, let me get some Crown, they're like, oh, you want some Crown? They give you the whole Crown Royal. Like, they don't have like they don't know a limit. You see what I'm saying? Like, the people here that serve you and everything, like, they be trying to get over. New Orleans, like, you gonna get what you pay for. It's a little expensive, but you gonna get what you pay for. Man, when I tell you, I don't want to drink nothing for like 6 months. And I only had, when I was out there, like maybe 3 drinks. That's it.
I guess he was just calling numbers in the phone and stuff.
He was in what?
That's a lie I had 4. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. We got investigators up in here. You know what I'm saying? I have 4. You know what I mean? And 3 different days. Like, I have 4.
The numbers in the phone, another phone.
Okay, so he has 2 phones in front of you, and it looks like he's taking numbers from one and putting it in the other?
Yeah.
Okay, now had y'all talked about the phone or anything before?
Nah.
He was bringing your car. You're in the car. He's got 2 phones. Okay. Before this conversation about bringing your car and stuff, when was the last time you had talked to him?
Probably like 2 or 3 weeks before that.
Okay. All right, so you meet him in the car, he's got the 2 phones, and he's going back and forth with the numbers. Are you asking what he's doing or what's going on?
He was just quiet.
Okay. And what are you doing?
I was on my phone.
Okay. So you're sitting there next to him, you're on your phone, he's doing his number stuff. What happens?
He told me he was going to give me the phone for like social media stuff.
Like that he's going to give you one of his 2 phones. Okay. And you said for social media stuff?
Yeah, post some pictures and check your email and stuff.
Does your brother have social media?
Got Instagram, yeah.
Okay. In fact, you know your brother, does he go by other names too?
Other than his real name, Straight Drop.
Okay. Straight Drop and sometimes just Drop.
Yeah, this is real name.
Okay. And when you say give it to you for his social media, what do you mean by that?
Kind of like, I don't know, I guess he was just busy. He just needed me to keep up with like the people that was emailing for like music.
Okay, so
producers, stuff like that.
all right, so let me back up. he gives you his phone. Because it's the idea that people may be calling or texting or messaging him.
You can say that, but it was just mainly he just told me that he needed me like to post some stuff.
Okay, so he told you, Tommy, that he needed you.
Hey, my bad for cutting this off, but hey, yo, the dude just said no. All right, so find what's your name? Finesse the Don said no little ladies put the Geechee Gotti curse on you. Hey, bruh, I'm not gonna lie. Shout out to y'all in New Orleans, because the women out there, like, talk about built. You ever be like, so my girl probably gonna watch this, bro. You ever with your girl? Man, I hope she don't watch this, bro. Like, how long we be live, man? Cause I know she gonna watch the whole thing. Look, so you know when you with your girl and you out somewhere and you see somebody else that's like bad, bro. I had to. So you know you got to do a lot of walking in New Orleans, right? If you got a nice car, you don't want to park like on the side streets or whatever. So you gonna park, you know what I'm saying, at the, you know what I'm saying, the parking lots if you can find them, right? But I had walked around like so much in the shoes I had. I'm like, yo, I gotta get some other shoes, bro. So we went to a shoe store to get some shoes, right? And I ain't gonna say this, bro. Y'all gonna like she gonna watch this, man. So we go to the shoe store, right? And I get some shoes. And the girl, she comes up, she was like, can I help you? Like, do you need anything? And she was one of them, like, you know, like the perfect, I'm like, why is you working at a shoe store? Like, you need to be on TV or something in a music video. Like, she was one of them. And if my girl wasn't with me, I guarantee you, I would have tried. I would have tried. And I'm kind of thinking about my mind. I'm like, why did you even come in this store with me? Like, you. Why'd you at this store with me? You could have stayed in the car. I was so mad. I'm like, look, and the girl looking like she, because I got an attitude. But it ain't that, because I got an attitude with her. I got an attitude with the girl that made me miss my cruise. So we done already missed the cruise. So I'm days in New Orleans. You see what I'm saying? We missed the cruise, and I see one of the baddest chicks working at a shoe store. I can change her life. Man, I would have whipped out my phone so quick. Number, please. I would have accidentally had my Tesla app open. I'm sorry, that's my car. Sorry. I had an accidental picture, you know what I'm saying, of my movie theater around there. You know what I'm saying? I would, you know what I'm saying? I'm sorry about, you know, this phone's, you know, I don't know, but do you like watching movies? Like, I don't know why this phone just did that. Like, this phone, like, I just switched back to the iPhone from my Android because I don't really be using my iPhone all like that. So I didn't, you know what I'm saying? You see these speakers, you see that, this entertainment system and everything. Do you watch movies? Been looking back and everything, making sure my girl ain't coming. Man, I would have spit game at her, bro. I'm like, this girl is working at a shoe store. What is wrong with y'all dudes out here? But then, like, you know how, like, your girl be like, let's just say you go into a store, right? And your girl gonna try to get lost because she gonna try to look at shoes. She might try to look at shoes. She might try to, you know what I'm saying, to sneak look at another dude or something. You know how girls be. You know how girls be. You don't know what they doing, right? So normally she would go look at shoes or something. And I'm like, I go to the aisle with like the worst shoes. I went to the Skechers aisle. I'm like looking at the Skechers and everything. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, don't you see these Skechers? Won't you go somewhere else? Like, these are Skechers. And she just hanging around. Oh, what size do you need? It's over. She is blocking me.
Bro, you think I'm lying? You want me to go get them sketches? Because I bought... Hold on, you think I'm lying? I bought the sketches. I did, because the girl, she came back and she was just like, oh, can I help you? I'm like, yes, I was really liking these. I ain't trying to buy no sketches, but I bought them because the girl, because I didn't want the other girl to come help me. I wanted this one that was helping me. So I bought the sketches. That is a whole fact. She was that bad. Your boy bought sketches. Y'all think, let me let this play and I'm gonna go get them sketches. Y'all think I'm playing?
Do you use his phone to maybe post some stuff to the social media? Is that
Like videos, all that stuff.
okay? Did you ask him why he couldn't do this himself with his phone?
No.
Okay, but he has this phone in his hand. And he's going to give it to you, and you already have a phone. You don't need a phone.
No, I don't.
The car sounds good. And he wants you to have his phone and maybe post stuff to social media.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You don't ask him why?
No.
Does he provide any explanation?
Other than just for the social media stuff.
Okay. He doesn't say why he needs you to do this rather than him.
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's getting out of town?
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's got to lay low?
No, sir.
What happens after he gives you the phone?
Somebody was calling him, like rushing him to come on.
In the car there? So he's getting a phone call from while he's in there?
Yeah.
On one phone or the other, do you remember?
I don't know which one.
Okay. And so does that end y'all's little meeting?
Nah.
Okay. What
He's
happens?
still sitting in the car.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still doing the same thing with the phone.
Still putting numbers back and forth?
I mean, he just had both phones. I wasn't looking to see what he was doing, but that's what it looked like he was doing.
Okay.
He was looking at both phones.
Once got done putting numbers or whatever he was doing with both phones at the same time, what happened?
Nah, I asked him, was he straight? And he said, yeah. Then they
Your boy bought sketches. What do I look like rocking some sketchers? When I tell you that, when I tell you she was that bad, y'all better not ever tell nobody, bro.
But you would see your brother from time to time?
Y'all better not ever tell nobody like I bought sketches, bro. Ever. So then, like, I go check out, right? My girl. So then so I'm checking out, and she's still next to me. I'm like, you know, I'm trying to give her the attitude, look like. She's like, yo, neck good. I'm like, you want to go pull the car up? She's just not getting, but I know she know what was going on, bro. Like, she seen the girl. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Sean Mayberry with the $2 donation. He said, not the orthopedics. Bro, I got the orthopedics. So we checking out, right? And she gets to the point and she was just like, okay, well, if you want to save 10% off your Skechers, you can give me your phone number to put it. I'm like, huh? She said, you just give me your phone number and I'll put it. I'm like, you want my number? She's like, yeah. And my girl's like, I'm like, no, I'm just saying because I don't really want to be giving my number to people. Because, you know, like, I'm a YouTuber, you know what I mean? And I'll be having thousands of people in my live. So I just don't want that to happen. But you was asking me for my number and everything? And my girl would not go away, bruh. It was like that. I'm like, so then I'm like, oh, man. Like, you ever wanted, like, to have, somebody posted a post, right? And this is on Twitter. And it's like a meme of like Will Smith, right? And y'all remember when he was crying with the whole Jada Smith situation, and he was just looking like that. His eyes were like real watery and red. And the meme basically said, when you trying to give your girl every reason to leave you and they won't listen, Like that meme came to mind. I'm just like, yeah. Do you just want to get the car? Yo, man, like that girl, like I'm saying, like the New Orleans girls, they built different. Like I'm talking about, like, some of them girls. I mean, you do got the ones that look like maybe they live on the street. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them, but you got some of them that's right. You know what I mean? And they got, like, the thing I do like about New Orleans, we gonna get back to the thing I like about New Orleans. It's like most people there, I only ran into like maybe 2 rude people. Like one of the rude people, he may not have even been there. I think he was the tour guide from one of the cemeteries. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like real rude. Other than that, like I didn't really meet no rude people. Like if you come to Nashville, you're gonna be meeting rude people because they coming from New York, they coming from California, you know what I'm saying, Ohio, like me, you know what I'm saying? So you're gonna meet some rude people. There it's like you barely meet rude, like at least that was my experience. Like everybody seemed like they was trying to live life and have a good life. You know what I'm saying? So I liked it there. So when you meet a girl that's like built right, then like what y'all be doing, bro, like, nah, man, New Orleans belongs to the devil. Look, this is what y'all do, bruh. I'm gonna tell you this.
So you use his phone to maybe post some stuff.
I don't be going to no gentlemen's clubs and nothing like that, bro. But when I was on Bourbon Street, they had them. And the girls was standing outside of them clubs. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, can't you just break up with me? For a day? Dang. I mean, they was looking right. And that, you know, they try to get you in there. They be like, you wanna come, you know what I mean? Watch everybody dance. Like, do you? And I'm looking like, then you look and your girl looking at you like,
stuff to the social media. Is that
I don't know why Lil Wayne moved out of New Orleans. Like, Lil Wayne, New Orleans is a spot.
Like videos,
okay? Did you ask him why he couldn't do this himself with his phone?
no.
Okay, he has this phone in his hand. And he's going to give it to you, and you already have a phone. So you don't need a phone.
No.
The car sounds good. And he wants you to have his phone and maybe post stuff to social media.
Yes.
Then she had the nerve, bro. Like, I don't want to be talking about my girl, but then she had the nerve to like kind of try to clown my sketchers. And it's like, bro, like in my mind, it's like you don't even know why I got these sketchers. She like why are you wearing sketch? Like, them like you got the wrong. Like you don't even know why I have these right now. It's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying? But oh man.
Okay. You don't ask him why. Does he provide any explanation?
Other than just for the social media stuff.
Okay. He doesn't say why he needs you to do this rather than him.
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's getting
Bro, I already tried the argument on purpose stuff. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I'm goofy too. So like if I'm, you know what I'm saying? So you know, it don't come across like I really want to get rid of you. It's kind of, maybe she thought I was joking. You know what I mean? I don't know.
out of town?
No, sir.
Does he tell you that he's got to lay low?
No, sir.
What happens after he gives you the phone?
Somebody was holding him, like rushing him to come
All right, I think we've seen enough of this. I think this dude, Justin Johnson, I think he's guilty. I think the prosecutor has proved beyond a reasonable doubt this dude is guilty. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's going to be more time, you know what I'm saying? More of the case, more of that. But this dude is beyond a reasonable doubt. I don't think the defense attorney has done enough to really make me think any other way. You see what I'm saying? Other than like he did try to say to the cop, like, oh, like, how do you know if the times were the exact times? Like, were you there at the time that this was actually taken? And all? I mean, he tried that, you know, and then he tried to like trying to trip like one of the guys up. But I mean, other than that, bro, like, what does this do? Like, Justin Johnson is on, not this dude, but like Justin Johnson, the defendant, is on all type of cameras, bro. And then his Cody enrolled on him and told everything. So I don't know, man. Like, this looked like it's one-sided, man. At least the YSL case, they kind of at least trying, you know what I mean, to fight for, you know what I'm saying, like, Young Thug. But this is like, man, this is one-sided. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. All the new subscribers, I appreciate it, man. Thank y'all for rocking with me. I'm out. Peace. And don't be buying sketches just because you want to see. Y'all, I can't believe it. What am I going to do with these sketches, bro? I'm going to go see if I can find a homeless person. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, bro. Like, what am I going to do with these? These are the orthopedics. Nah, bro. We can't be doing that. We can't be doing those sketches in 2024, bro. We can't. Somebody said that security guards worse than security with a man in New Orleans, bro. Y'all crazy, bro. All right, y'all.